You start.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna stay there?
No, I don't want to.
All right, you go. Ask your burning question.
My burning question
About where you from? Where the Made in Chafford?
I mean, we've got to say where we're from first.
Yeah, that's true.
Made in Chafford Podcast. Here we are.
With the cast of Enterprice. How are you, Matt? Everyone, well, just tell the people who you are and where you're from, because we're the Made in Chafford Podcast. We're made in Chafford, so tell the people where you are.
They might not know even where Chafford is.
I didn't know that was...
You didn't even know that? Well, Chafford is
a place.
Have you heard of Lakeside Shopping Centre?
Yeah.
That's the go-to. If you're from Chafford 100, they're going to know that's the go-to.
Okay.
Chafford. Never been.
Never been? I mean, it's not like...
We're the only things from there. I promise you.
One train on Barking, a couple stops.
Oh, Barking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Tree, Blackwood-Cambridge. I'm from Northwest. So, Harrow, Wembley area.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm Thea Gajic. Okay. I can introduce myself. I'm from South London.
My name's Kayode. I'm from South London.
Okay. London is in the building.
For sure. Do you know what's the craziest thing? It's like, when you're like a fan of the show like I am, to see you guys in person is crazy. Because obviously, in preparation for this, I rewatched it, and obviously season 1 is fantastic. If you haven't checked it out, you must do so like immediately. 100%. Stop what you're doing. But yeah, it's just crazy to actually have this opportunity to talk to you guys about the show. This is really why we started the podcast, so that we could get ourselves in these sort of positions where we could talk to people who are doing sick things as well, like what we're doing.
Cheers.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Always.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Lovely to be here.
It's nice when it connects, isn't it? When the show connects.
Yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
to watch it.
Yeah.
It's always good, isn't it?
That was crazy to me. Did you feel like no one watched it?
Nah, I felt like people watched it, but I did feel like not enough people who were following me watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel that was it. Like my core audience, whether it be like BAME or young people create. I think my audience is mixed with like Black Asian, like young, creative kind of people or whatever. I don't think a lot of them knew about it. Right. And I was saying this, and I think this press run just shows it in it. It's like it's like I'm putting out content and it's just like getting thousands of retweets or whatever. Whereas before, for Enterprise season 1, I didn't bring out anything. Or maybe even if I did, they probably thought like, because I didn't bring out any like visual content. Or I just put out a tweet and a link saying Enterprise season 1 is out. And those who are like hard saw it in it. But those in the other world, like the Instagram, I didn't have Instagram until like 3-4 months ago. Okay. They didn't really know about it. So BBC, they're all pushing it. I just didn't like social media. I wasn't a fan. Didn't really need it. I wanted to just stay in reality instead of like the crazy world. So I just like, let me just be grounded. And I think coming off the back of RS or whatever, things got a bit intense for me. And I was like, I don't like being on my phone all the time. I just want to throw away my phone and just talk to people. You know,
now,
like,
sometimes
like
you have to do that. Honestly, like I think last year, I just took a break from it all because sometimes it just gets a bit too much and it's just like, you need to...
Need time away.
Yeah, I agree. But did you two feel like people didn't watch it or weren't as invested as they could have been?
You okay?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely seeing like the what's the word?
I don't know.
Not impact. I can't think. Yeah, I can feel the difference of like how it's been received this time than the first time.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna ask you, like, do you
Okay.
do you regret not doing what you've done this time with series 1?
Because if I did what I did with series 1, then like there's always something like me coming on free. Like if I did 3 shots then, coming on 3 shots now wouldn't have the impact it did.
Yeah.
If I did ZZ then, doing ZZ now, Shade Borough then, all the platforms I'm doing now, if I did it then, it wouldn't have the impact it's having now.
Does it frustrate you though? Because I saw someone tweet you saying, I've been waiting for this guy to drop something in time, and I thought, what do you mean? Enterprise was out last year. Like, like I got frustrated. Do you know what I mean?
But remember 2019, I didn't bring out anything.
Yeah.
That's what you forget, you know. Like we were filming the thing, but remember, I didn't bring out anything. Actually think about it, Fia. Like I was in Stafflet's Flats, the Channel 4 show.
Yeah.
I didn't bring out one thing in the year of 2019.
I know, but I feel like the way he said it was like he hasn't seen you since RS.
But you know what I mean? Them things don't really. It doesn't even get.
I think that will always happen as well.
Yeah. I'm just about like I'm really about the work.
Yeah.
I think I've realized that about myself. Doing these tours of the presses and whatever. When it comes to talking about comedy and the scene, or like when Trieve and I were here talking about acting, you can see like that's where
you're passionate.
I
saw that.
I haven't got any stories of me going out and seeing this person or whatever. Because I don't really do. You guys know me. I don't really do much.
But sometimes it's good to have a year where you're not doing anything. For example, like you look at Childish Gambino, and for Atlanta season. Was it season 2? He's taking a break. He didn't put anything out for that season. So it's going to come back to back. So it's clearly plotting, planning, and thinking of a way to make it more engaging.
What's interesting is that you think he's taking a break, but that guy's working.
But he's plotting, you know what I'm saying?
He's working. He's either writing, he's acting. He's getting
that guy's
things
got great
going.
hairs.
But I think people watch season 1. There's like a decent amount of people watch season 1. However, like we wanted more.
I was saying, if no one watched it, wouldn't be.
Obviously people watch. I think like the response now is kind of what I thought it would have been in the first season.
I'm actually happy.
But it's actually
because I think this season is better. And it's mad.
No, I hear you. But you think people are they're gonna go and watch the first one?
I think even if they don't, I think they can even watch it backwards. I don't really. I mean, because it makes sense. It makes sense by itself. Like, because I was thinking the thing that didn't make sense was the whole Jeremiah thing. You know when he left uni in season 1, and then season 2 when he's talking about it. Like when I was watching certain clips back, and he's talking about it with like Layla, who Thea plays, and I'm watching it. I'm just like, hold on, will people understand that? Whatever. But when you see,
I think it's strong enough that people would want to go back and watch.
I was just thinking that.
The fact that you've promoted it now, like people will be like, oh well, let's go see what this season 1 is about. You're not taking up too much of their time. It's 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute show, 24-minute show, 4 episodes. Like that's. And it's a great show as well because going back, I was like so impressed. I was like the things that I remember, and you've actually really managed to capture life. Like in I don't know what episode it was, but when you kicked that kid's ball, that was fun. That's an experience we've all had. Like the elders coming over and then saying, "Give me a touch," and then but like that's what I actually love about the show. You've actually managed to capture the experience, and the best thing for me was I grew up around Aylesbury.
That's how I recognize your face. Yeah.
You might know my cousin, I don't know, but Tiny Man, Michael Badamosi.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But I grew up in and around Aylesbury, and the fact that you made that area look quite scenic and nice, it was like, this is what I remember. Because my experiences of Aylesbury was that, or what people who weren't me knew, was that Channel 4 thing where they made it look disgusting.
Made it look like it was grimy and dirty.
Exactly. So that's one of the things I really appreciated. How did you manage to come up with this idea? Because I know you was inspired by Atlanta. You just wanted to do two guys going around. Yeah. I always, do you know what? Yeah, I've always like, and Thea, and I'm happy Thea's here because she's my witness. Like, I've always had ideas, you know. Like when you see the stuff, I was watching the stuff we did with Jacob Banks the other day, you know, I was talking to Anthony about it and I was like, this is sick. And
I was saying that to my partner because when you was talking about, when it got a bit intense with you for RS, I was like to him, we was in Nando's, me, him and Jacob Banks. And we was talking about that video.
Yeah.
And then people kept coming up to him while we was eating.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to take a picture with him and stuff.
Those days were crazy.
And then you was getting annoyed because you just wanted to eat.
That's
what like, I'm with my friends. Like,
I didn't take pictures, did I?
No, you didn't.
Was it like
I don't blame
West
you.
moment when it was at Nando's?
I don't remember that story. What happened?
Basically, Kanye West went to Nando's just to eat. And he just stood on the table and just
Said everyone take the picture.
everyone take a picture.
And they did.
Yeah.
And then they left him.
I doubt it.
I mean, that's one way to deal with it, you know.
People
I think that's silly.
That's silly.
Try and come up to me with bars.
Kanye patting yourself.
That's a Kanye way.
And because you're Kanye West, you should know that you're going to get that kind of attraction when you go to Nando's.
I think it's hard though
It's
sometimes.
hard though.
Because I understand, like you want to have your like private moment with whoever you're with, but you're going to Nando's,
and it's your responsibility. Well,
That's why
you kind of know.
That's a way to deal with it. Let me just get over with now, then I can carry on with my
How about people come inside the shop and see him? So what's the difference?
The street,
it's never going to end.
It's lucky I'm not Justin Bieber, you know. I swear to God. Because if I was Justin Bieber, I'd be moving mad. Because I think that's just.
I think it comes with the job, though. It comes with the job.
It does, but it might just such an intense magnifying glass.
I feel like
on your life, your spotlight on your life. Like I think at some point, I mean, I won't know what it's like. Yeah. But I think at some point, there's a breaking point. Do you know what I'm saying? There's only so much an actual human being can take.
Absolutely. But I also think it's how much you show people. You know, it's a conversation about social media. How much you're showing people. If you're very private and you have a private life, you know, I think people people will respect it to a certain degree.
Yeah, I think that's what I've learned. I think I agree. Like the way I move and the way I behave, and even from the way maybe I dress or how I act or whatever,
It's
I take
kind of
public
played down.
transport and whatever, my car. You know what I mean? Like it's like I have that philosophy of if it's not broken, then don't fix it. My car's like still this. I got hit yesterday actually, but no problem. But my car's like still, the same kind of thing. And the way I don't move like glasses or whatever. So when people see me, it's like, oh, he's normal. Because he's just like reading a book on or whatever. He's a normal guy. He hasn't got trim, that kind of thing. Yeah. So when they see me, I think they have that level of like understanding that, or even when I'm on the street, maybe doing like outreach to the church or whatever, they're like, oh, like RS is like trying to preach to me. Like, he's a normal guy. Cool. But not like I'm driving a big car. So when you start driving the big cars, it's like, raw, he's got money. So that's actually RS. That's him. And he's like, oh, go on, you look. And they're doing all this weird stuff. And it's like, then you become this kind of like, I need to get to him. When it's like you're just there, it's like.
Have you guys? You must have experienced that. All of you being in the industry and working within it. Have you seen people switch up like that?
Yeah,
and I understand why some people switch up. I think some people are in it for maybe they're not in it for the right reason. And they kind of use that for attention. And I can understand because if you're coming from nothing, it's nice to have something. But I
agree, Trieve.
As Kay is saying, if you're just playing, I think it's okay to have a big car or a nice car, but also if you're just being normal, if the energy you're giving out is just a normal, like you're a normal everyday person, you just happen to have a nice car, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But I haven't experienced that on that level, so Kay might think differently.
And about you, Thea, have you had people come up to you and be like, yo?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Every day.
What do they say to you?
They don't get that. They just say, oh.
But I think you're like I don't call them fans. I think your supporters.
Yeah.
Like they're quite niche, I think people like there's a point where people would always talk about Thea around me.
Yeah, but I was very impressed whilst like getting ready for this episode. Like you don't just do Enterprice. Like you're really busy. And
she's a big dog.
You're like actually passionate about like
films. Like she's a
like when I saw she was Happy Parasite 1, I was like, yeah, this is someone who knows about her films. And you actually direct as well. Like you're busy, so I can understand.
She edits as well.
To a high stand. Like she's not playing games.
I think people know me from like doing songs with A2 and stuff as well.
A2's how did that come about? That's
just like I just knew him from mutual friends from South, like years ago, and then I wrote poetry. I still do sometimes. So then we just thought, let's try make something, and then the collaboration just kind of continued. We stayed friends, and
that's how I met you as well. To answer that question of like the show, I would always meet people like Thea and just have bare ideas and stuff, and like just want to make stuff. Like my mind moves so fast, and when you find somebody whose mind moves faster than you, or as fast, it's a blessing. Yeah. It's always, and you feel like people don't exist, but when it's like, and someone's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I'm down, let's do it. Not like, I'm not sure if the whatever, let's kind of talk. Just like, I'm down, where we meeting? Like, let's make, we're doing this. All right, cool, I'm coming to the read through.
How do you, like, because it does seem, I think all of, like, when you're creative, your mind does have to move at a certain speed. Like, how do you, all of you get out those ideas that must be like bubbling in your mind? Like, what do you do? Do you have to just write, or how do you get, what's your outlet?
Spill it out. Just put it on.
Yeah.
Just get it all out and then kind of structure it in a way that is best, I think.
Yeah. Sometimes this is literally just like I have to always, like even if it's on my phone, like in my notes, just writing things quickly so I don't forget. Stuff like that. And then obviously, making it a more piece of work or making it into something later on or...
Yeah.
I just ask people stuff. Yeah. So I ask questions. So let's say I have an idea about like a like glasses. I'd be like, yo, guys, like I won't tell her I've got an idea. I'd be like, imagine someone had glasses and like it had wings on it and they could fly. Like, what do you think?
You always do this. But like you ask me, but then because I'm already there, I'll be like, why? What are you trying to do?
Trying to write a film about glasses. So I just ask questions and people are like, oh, I'm like, okay, cool. Or I just try and play like instruments and like try and like not think about it until my mind off it and then come back to it and like, or write stuff down on like paper, scribble it down and send people pictures. I'm like, is this funny? Like, what do you think about this? I don't know. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So you wrote, I'm assuming you wrote all of season 2, right?
Season 2, season 1, yeah.
So we had the pleasure of watching the first episode.
Oh.
And one of those strange moments
best publicity
that happened
The plug
was where I think, so you guys go back to Trieve's apartment and the guy puts his hand into his pocket with the food.
Hey, that Thai guy is hilarious.
Which one? Shaq.
Did you cake?
Oh yeah.
That from King Batch.
When this comes out? This comes out after, isn't it? After. Okay, cool.
This is coming out after, So like the day after it's coming out.
Yeah, wow.
Okay,
yeah. So what question you're asking me? Did I get that from
King Batch? Because the thing is with King Batch, he put this was on like Vine days. Basically, he's walking and he just trips up, and then spaghetti comes out of his pocket.
That's bananas.
And he starts crying. I'm thinking that you probably got that from him.
I just thought about it.
How do you come up with that? Like, how does one even come up with that? And then how do you get someone to okay that? Like, how is that actor going to be like, yeah, I'm just going to put this up? Was it Kate?
Shaq is a G, number one. Big up Shaq. But I have this, I'll tell you guys the secret. You can't tell anybody, okay? We're going to hear this anyway, we cares. But I'll tell you guys the secret, I'll tell you guys the secret. So I have this philosophy, or this mindset, or this trick as a writer, where I'm like, the entrance is, and I took this from like, I think it's Chekhov or from theatre. Like, the entrance has to change something, and the exit has to change something.
Right.
So when an actor, if you see all my characters from even like Produ, or even like Yvette, you see in like episode 2 or whatever, when they enter, it's always like, oh, who's this? And when they exit, it's always like, raw, like what's, like, are they coming back? What's happening?
They've left
they always enter, trying to bring something in like, even like Simi, when she came in, like, when she entered, you saw the money. When she like left the scene, you saw the money. Like, they always have to enter with impact, leave with impact. So I was thinking, okay, if Shaq is gonna leave, how's he gonna leave this scene? Bam, with that. So it's like, oh, wow. So you're still thinking about it. That's mad. And then you go, it's like, it has to be seamless. You're thinking that, oh, that's crazy. Like, he put that in his pocket. Then you go to the boys of like, oh yeah, he messed up his thing, whatever. Then you go, boom, double date. Okay, I'll double date. Then you go, boom, all right, business. Then everything has to just like go and go and go. So
how was it doing that double date scene? Because that was mad. Like, shouts out to both of you in that scene.
Yeah, but it's fun. Those guys are cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, not in the show. They're moving kind of mad in the show. But
yeah.
That was a cool.
I think it's all in the writing, man. It's just a funny situation to play.
Yeah.
When a guy is trying his best to impress someone, and it's just not working. Like, we all know that situation.
Real life situations,
like, you're trying your hardest, and the girl's always gonna go for the other guy.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Emmanuel on that scene. His waves were on swim.
Yeah.
His waves are crazy.
His waves are mad.
He would come in with his durag already tied up.
Yeah.
You know it. Take it off brush.
He had that opportunity and he seized the day.
You have to.
That carpe diem.
Have you seen that? I like that episode where the thing has a durag. Where he takes off his durag and his like hair is mad. It's crazy. You've seen it, innit?
Yeah.
You have to see.
Speaking of Atlanta, even like that scene reminds me of the first season where he was at the restaurant and he had the discount and he went to the guy at the bill like, the guy at the bar and was like, oh, you running this right now? And he was like, you broke as fuck. It was a similar kind of scene. So like, I feel like the Atlanta influence is quite there. Like, it's very apparent. Like, what was it about Atlanta you liked a lot? Like, that made it?
It was just simple. I think, and I told the BBC and I told my producers, I was like, look, because look, we have to go back in it. If we go back to Hood Doc, it was simple, innit? But I do think that there was no longevity in terms of like story. There was no real story with RS. It was just like, it was going around. And from like, if we want to go like network in terms of longevity, you need story. Story, plot has to. That's why episode 1 is crazy. I think episode 1 of Enterprise season 2 is one of the best things I've written.
Yeah.
I think personally, because I'm just like, how did I tell this story? How did I set up so many loopholes? How did I like? It's like it feels so long, but it's not even that long. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and tell different stories, like hacking you ahead and back. And I enjoyed that. But what I realized with Atlanta was like, there's story, but it's like good old Zizi said, it's a slow burner. It's slow. Like, there's story, like, okay, today we need to go like that Justin Bieber episode. Right, we're gonna go.
Classic, by the way.
You know, we're gonna go to the basketball game. Whatever. But not a lot happens. Not a lot happens. It's just slow. Where incident happens. Interesting character. Slow, but there's still story there, and there's hearts.
Yeah,
you know. So I had to make sure that Jeremiah and Kazim, like, they need each other. There has to be heart. So when Jeremiah is saying like, "Look, mom froze my savings account, man," Kaz like, "We need to make it work, man." It's like every entrepreneur knows that feeling with your boy. Where it's like, "Yo, like,
money's
we ain't made no P, you know, but look, we got to keep going, you know." It's like the heart carries everything.
Absolutely. I respect the story, especially from your point of view, where it's like his parents want one thing, and obviously he wants an entirely different situation, and I feel like that transpires to a lot of us in real life.
Especially in our culture, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Did you
we
go
want
through
to
that when you were growing up at all, or was that?
I was very blessed in my situation where my parents are very supportive of what I do, what I wanted to do, and they very much helped push me to get into it. But I understand, like, for the majority of especially black people, like, our parents want us to do something else.
Absolutely.
Like lawyers or a doctor or something else. So I didn't experience it, but when I read the script, I just connected with it, you know, and testament to Kay's writing, because for me as an actor, that's a lovely thing to play. When you have a conflict of wanting to do this, but another character in the play is in the project is when you need to do that. So you have like a little a tug of war kind of thing. So it's nice for you to play, and you have scope to play more things and more drama. So yeah, it's testament to his writing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, because even like the whole ice cream shack thing. Wait, what's his name in the?
I forgot his name.
I forgot.
Ty, I want to say.
Yeah, Ty.
Sorry.
Yeah, the whole ice cream.
You create the show.
Bare characters.
The whole ice cream Ty thing is like, we only saw him a small amount in season one, yeah. But like, when I read that in the read through or whatever, it's like it just made so much sense to me. Like, it's only his character that would do that. And I think similar, like I feel that very strongly in your work, especially this new season. And in Atlanta as well, it's like you know your character so well. It's like you're putting them in situations that only they would be in. It's like in Atlanta, like only Darius would be in the house trying to get this piano. You know what I mean? It's like and like those kind of things. And only thingy.
What's
his name?
Paperboy.
Yeah, Paperboy. Only Paperboy would like get lost in the woods, and then do you know what I mean?
That episode was really dark.
And it's like only Ty would put ice cream in his pocket. So I think like it's homage to you and like how you've developed your writing. I
also enjoy one scene that I really enjoy is when Jeremiah and Kazim, when they open the door and then they get pulled up on by Mustafa and them, man.
Yeah.
And he starts speaking with an American accent.
That was so good. Yeah.
Hey, that accent took me back. Especially Jeremiah Mason took me back.
But you know what I find funny about that when you talk about characters, like in season one, I felt like maybe, I don't know, like, I feel like, and again, testament to Trieve, but I feel like Jeremiah in this season, for me, his journey is mad. Kazim's situations are mad. As a character, I'm not sure if he's really changed much. You know, maybe he's a bit more mature, which was a director made a certain decision or whatever, which I enjoyed. But with Jeremiah, when you've seen all those like wrong location, that kind of thing. Why I find it so interesting is because in season one, when Thea talking about characters, like, I'm not sure if it would have worked. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if he would have done that. Like,
but he wouldn't have. What the thing is, he wouldn't have
said sorry.
He wouldn't have joined you in that. In that act.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have done.
So why did he join him why did he join him there then?
Because I think the more time Jeremiah spends with Kazim, like, you know, when you rub off on someone,
they balance out each other.
They and some elements of Kazim's character has a bit of Jeremiah in them. You know? The characters kind of balance each other off and they rub off on each other. And as you said, Kay, you see them growing in this season. Like, even when you get to the end of this season, like, these boys have grown and they've gone through so much.
It's
Five. I feel like you guys got something in the tuck that's like
it's gonna
surprise us.
You don't know, man.
Who knows?
Deep.
That fly.
Do I have what?
Glasses that fly.
Glasses? No. One day, short film.
But yeah, there's a journey, man.
There's a lovely journey, and I mean, like, it's fun. This season, I saw Chief messaged me and was like, yours, because he watched it all. Like, it's sick. But when I watch it, I was just like, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun, and I think that what my hope is what it will do. It will open up a door to a new world of comedy in the UK, where it's like, look, we can show different things.
Yeah.
Like, and us as black people or BAME people can watch it and resonate with. Yeah. And not be like, oh, yo, because it's not whatever. Like, because even in this season, when you see my man come to and about to bring out his thing, you know, like his boss is from Africa, innit? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. So I was watching it back and I was like, if Mustafa was from the ends, it'll be a different show.
Yeah. It's totally different.
Yeah.
If it was from the end and it's like, yo, I got you this, I got you Indomie, yo, like, yo, what you doing in my house?
Yeah.
What you doing in my house? Would have been a different show.
Yeah.
But when it's like, what are you
doing
doing in my
escalate
house?
more quickly. Yeah.
Like, where's your luggage? And we're like, you know what I mean? Then it's like, it's different. I don't know what it was. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
That's your instinct, though. You're right, instinct.
That's your right instinct.
But I think it's interesting, like, the stories you're choosing to tell, because I think it's okay, like, we should celebrate the top boys that showing a particular side of London, but the stories you want to tell are just as important as well. And I think it's important right now where I feel like, it was interesting that you said that you didn't feel like British comedy was in a great space, where I kind of disagree. Yeah. Maybe it's coming more from, I don't know, more of the white creatives. I thought Fleabag was brilliant.
Hard.
White Gold is something that's really impressed me, and obviously yourselves. So I was like, it's great that we're actually getting the chance to tell these stories and push them to the forefront.
Did you mean in general, or did you mean within
the black community?
Yeah.
I felt that comedy in general, for me, watching it, I don't think is that funny. But I feel like what a lot of people do when it comes to comedy is like, we rely on this. Like, if you see stuff like okay, let's see, like Fleabag, a lot of it is about her sex life. And for me, I mean, and that's someone's story, cool, no problem. But for me as a writer, I'm just like, when can I see females and it's not just about sex and they're funny? Like Bridesmaids, that film.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know? When can I see the day when it's like, and I've Fleabag season 2, I was like, you know, season 1, I was like, hard. The first scene in Fleabag season 2, or the first episode of season 2, it's a masterclass.
Yeah. She's a really good writer.
She's a great writer. Now, if we're talking about like young and upcoming black writers, like, who are telling stories with, like, I don't say black stories, but people or stories with black actors in them. We can say that or whatever. Then I'm like, where is it in it?
Yeah, okay, but that's a different debate. Then it's the question of where is it as opposed to.
But if we're talking, okay, comedy over the last 5 years, yeah. Give me your five favorite comedy over the last 5 years. Remember all Peep Show. You brought this discussion. You know, Peep Show, IT Crowd, them man, that's before 5 years, yeah? Misfits, don't even mention Misfits. In-Betweeners, don't even mention In-Betweeners. Last 5 years, go.
Phone Shop was in that same bracket time ago.
Yeah,
last
same
5
bracket,
yees, tell me.
Okay.
Tell me.
It's sticky.
Well, I could give you 3. Are you saying black? Or
not even going black. I'm saying comedy. Misfits is not black. In-Betweeners is not black.
And it has to be British.
Yeah, it has to. Or having the conversation.
I would say I was very impressed with White Gold and Fleabag and yourselves. And then after that, I am pressed for other options.
Welcome to the UK. That's it. But this is my point. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is my point. And like, this is what I mean. Like, when it comes to comedy, I feel like, and what they do, and don't get people just nothing was hard. I felt that season 1 and season 2. I felt that, but I think what the UK do is like they find one thing. Stafflet's Flats is quite good as well. Stafflet's Flats, very good. What they do is like, if this is the thing, they push that. So all the other things don't really get a lot of love or a lot of showing.
I see.
You know? So, hey, but America, because it's so massive and so big.
Yeah, because we don't really have a sitcom community in the sense that America.
How do you know that though?
But I don't feel like that's showcased. As in, America has like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, great sitcom, one of my favorite shows, will have a season that will run near on all year and will have 22 episodes. In Britain, we don't adopt that mentality. It's 5-6 great episodes that are fantastic, and then the show goes away and then it doesn't come back for 2 years. So there's no real.
You can even say the same for Top Boy, technically speaking.
Yeah.
But I think that's down to, isn't that down to money and stuff? Like,
if that's the industry, that's the industry. You got to take what you're given. That's why I was a bit like, I don't know about if the UK hasn't had great shows. We don't have sitcoms. Like if you sitcom of 22 episodes.
I don't even think British humour lends itself to that.
I disagree.
Not on that scope, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And we don't have sitcoms that are out in the UK now. But we just don't watch them.
No, but he's talking about you know Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
We're saying we don't have them, but they're there,
bro. Like there's episodes, rolling episodes.
No, but I'm saying there's a difference between saying we don't. I can say what Friday Night Dinner.
Okay.
Friday Night Dinner. What season that on now?
The new one's coming out.
What's that season like 5, season 6?
Oh, but they do the same thing. And how long has Friday Night Dinner been gone for?
As in like continuous.
And then they do the 6-episode thing as well.
But we haven't got money for that though in the UK. They have 12, 18.
But then that's the answer then.
So, but I thought you were saying that we don't have enough sitcoms in the UK.
But we
don't. We don't.
Come on, man.
But you're not mentioning them now. You just mentioned one.
How many do you want? 10?
Give me 5.
110 in the UK.
In the UK.
They are on now.
Yeah, go.
Sitcoms.
Yes, let's stop stooling. Go.
Stafford's Flats.
Decent ones.
No.
What's a sitcom then? What's a sitcom?
A sitcom is a season with, let's say,
Is Enterprice a sitcom?
18 to 22 episodes.
Nah, you never see that in the UK though.
But
the format's different.
The format.
Yeah, but that's
we can't have that discussion then, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Yeah, it's different. I don't know.
Well, that is
18 to 20. Do you want 18 to 22?
No.
But it's not different for drama though. You'll have those kind of episodes with drama.
Oh yeah, with drama, 100%.
More episodes.
You have like.
But with comedy, it seems like they just cut it short, man.
I think it's because they're trying to play it too safe. Way too safe.
No, I don't think that. I think my personal opinion is I think British humour is a lot more clever. And I think that takes time to write. So you have to have a smaller time frame in which to do that.
I think you'll be surprised that it's just because there's no money. There's not enough money.
Yeah.
That's it. Killing Eve has how many?
2.
That's 6.
No, it's not 6 episodes. Is it 6 episodes?
6.
More because that's America. BBC America.
Yeah.
Your maximum you get in the UK
Oh,
is 6.
series,
Misfits was even how many? 6 also.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, the UK will never go past 6.
No.
It's like Thea said.
It's the
I think
format.
it's just the format.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Office 6 went to US like
20
100 billion.
Yeah.
and that's why a conversation we had. That's why a lot of actors look towards the States.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's a shame.
And you can't blame them for that.
Because I think we generally have better actors. I'm comfortable in saying that. I think the talent that's in the UK is
Better than America.
I would say that.
Ooh, careful.
We had a discussion about it. Shouts out to MD who came on. She's an actress.
And she pretty much said that the reason why there's better actors in the UK is due to the fact that they have a lot of theatre experience.
And classical
Whereas in the
training.
United States, it's not really, theatre's not the thing.
Okay.
It's always just silver screen or the big screen.
Yeah, I think
that's
people kind of have accepted that British training might be better than
But
American
not a lot of people
training.
train. Like not a lot
yeah,
of people
but then
popping in this country
But
are
not a lot of
training.
people train. No, it's true. Yeah,
So
it's true.
You say they're not training.
But I think
a lot
that's
of
where the
people
whole
popping
idea
who have
initially
popped
came
in this
from.
country aren't all training.
Yeah, they're not
You know?
You
training.
don't think?
There's only a handful of people who are training now.
Okay, but then maybe it's the people who are going to the forefront. I just feel the people who are going to the forefront are trained, and that's why they're taking the opportunities of Americans, because you saw them complaining about it. So I think Samuel L. Jackson was saying all these British guys are coming over and taking over our roles that, you know, would have normally gone to American actors. I definitely feel like we have better actors here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
That's just a personal opinion.
Maybe.
We're
But I
on
don't know
the
about the
side,
training thing because like Idris hasn't trained.
Yeah.
You know. If you're talking about like actual drama school training, John Boyega didn't train.
Technically.
Damson
Daniel
Idris
didn't train.
Did Daniel not train?
No.
No,
You know, these people probably
Fair
they went to I think they went
Like
to
fair
weekend
Yeah.
classes, but like in terms of drama school where you're there Monday to Friday, sometimes Monday to Saturday. These people didn't train like that.
That's interesting.
But they're still popping over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would agree with you. So I personally think that we have more our actors here have more range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they have more
I'll give
more
you that.
ability to
I'll give
play
you that.
different different things.
Okay.
You know, and I think over there you can get caught in a little bubble.
Oh, 100%. You're typecast and that's it.
But it's fine though, because you're getting typecast in great projects. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you don't want to be stuck. Some people don't want to be stuck in a box. Do you know what I mean? Like you did like Pinocchio, like theatre. Like, what was the difference between that compared to doing like a show like Enterprise?
It's very different because that's theatre. It's a whole different thing. We rehearse for like 8 weeks. Right. With this, we did a week and a half. That you're up against a live audience, so it's completely different to screen. You know, it's just a different type of acting as well.
But it's nice to have like different abilities in your pocket. Do you know what I mean?
Of course. Because you want to, because this is our job. Like an actor, you want to be able to play different things. I think that's what's appealing to us. You want to tell different stories,
of course,
on screen, film, and theatre, and it requires a different approach to your craft.
So how do you avoid being typecasted then? That's a good question.
What do you do
to just make sure it doesn't
have a good agent?
How do you? I don't know.
Have a good agent.
Take roles that are very different to the last one, maybe.
I don't know. You have to. I mean, you have to say no to things as well. If things keep coming your way, if you get to a certain point in your career and things keep coming your way, and it's like, oh, policeman again, then and you don't want to be typecast, then you might have to just take the risk and maybe not work for a while and say no in order to break that.
Isn't that what Matthew McConaughey did, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Oh, that's like Victor as well, the Spanish guy.
Which one? From where?
Victor in every single film. He's Victor in every single film.
His name is Victor.
His name is Victor in every single film. But he's Spanish.
But
he was the one in...
But he's probably happy. He's happy doing that.
No, he was the one in Bruce Almighty, the one where the monkey came out the bum. That guy.
Oh.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember.
But he might enjoy that though. Some people actually enjoy
Some people enjoy it, but some people
playing
don't.
the same thing.
Make bread.
You know?
Yeah.
They're probably earning quite a bit.
I think we can forget people. Like,
some people are
just.
But also, some people are like, not everyone sees acting as a very passionate thing. Some people, it's a job. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like people, like actors who have been in soaps for endless amounts of years, and people are like, oh my God, they haven't done anything else. But I think it's just like,
that's always been weird.
It's a wage. Do you know what I mean? It's a job. It's like, that's if you're comfortable.
Could Phil Mitchell do anything else?
Yeah, he's hard. hey, you see drunk Phil, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't ever come to me.
Hey, he's on smoke, you know.
No,
Drunk, no.
Perfected
No. Drunk Phil.
Do they drink on set?
No.
Look.
This has been on my mind so much, that because I was talking to Roger about this actually.
What?
No, because when you see, I used to watch EastEnders back in the day, yeah, and there was one scene I saw, when he was meant to ride out for Jay, I think for Jay's dad. And he came to Phil was gonna ride out for Jay's dad. I think something happened. It was a very, very serious story, yeah. And then he came and it was just like, and I think someone said like, just go home, innit, kind of thing, yeah. But when you see drunk Phil, and when he Tanya's sister, when he starts taking up that girl, I forgot her name. When
Rainy.
When them two go off, nah. It gets dark. When them two go off, nah. I say this acting
Rainy's
is
hard.
mad.
Yeah.
No, he's hard. Yeah.
And he was drunk. He was like,
like his
acting drunk is not easy, man.
Oh, what? No, I think that's why what Thea said just now, yeah. That's why I respect it, because when you have to, because the job that we did, I had to play. I was drunk, isn't it? Unknown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was we're tired and it was very, very late. I had a lot of chicken nuggets, but at that time, it's not an easy thing to do, you know. Like to actually play drunk.
It's really hard.
Like it's hard.
Because you have to. Because when you're drunk in real life, you act like you're
You're
not
normal.
Especially Phil drunk, because he was drunk.
He was drunk.
It's mad. When you actually deep it, it's mad.
Because when you're drunk in real life, you don't you're trying to act like you're
not
normal.
Trying to
drunk.
compose yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
You're singing in balance. You're trying to make sure you're focusing. And then all of a sudden, you just slip. It's like, yo, are you waved?
Have you seen Flight? Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
He handles that so well.
That last scene when he was crying.
And sweating.
And he's crying.
He's sweating.
Nah.
He's sweating because he's drunk, but
he's drunk.
He's trying to hold on to the fact that he's sober, so he's sweating.
Took one sniff trying to compose himself.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
And the tear came down.
Yeah. But he handles that so well, you know.
Yeah.
But we digress. If we saw Phil in something else, it would be weird.
It would be weird.
It would be weird, yeah. But I guess he's happy, innit?
He is happy.
And also, it's like You were just calling Phil the whole time. The rest of the Oh my days,
what is his actual real name?
What's his real name?
Something
Steve
McFadden.
McFadden.
Steve McFadden.
Oh yeah.
I've met him
He
actually.
came to he's got a legendary picture. A legendary picture.
Is that picture with him and Trey Songz real?
I hope so.
No,
I
there's a
really
picture
hope
with
I remember that.
That'll make my life.
Ricky
Oh,
Fowler
Ricky
and
Fowler.
Chris Brown in the club.
Someone explains
These are fake, man. But the picture looks so old that you're like, this must be real.
Why is that fake? Nah, you really.
What? Phil Mitchell and Trey Songz. What they doing?
No, that's funny.
There's
No, I'm
one
not
with
sure
Ricky
about that.
Fowler and
Chris Brown in the club.
why not?
I need to find
Yeah.
it. I'm looking
It's just a bit odd because it's like,
I hope
why are
it's
you
real.
there?
The worlds are so different.
Yeah.
I love it though. That's just
I need that energy, man. I need that more often, man. Those sort of pictures are just fantastic.
100%.
But yeah, you guys all have like studied your craft. I know you went to uni for
In professional practice.
You've been on the stage. You're always busy doing something.
You went drama school, isn't it?
Yeah.
What drama school did you go to?
Lambda, you know this.
Oh, I got a question. What advice would you give to an individual who's currently on a job? He's doing drama school at the moment, like weekend drama school.
Okay.
But what advice would you give to him if he wants to go full time into drama?
How old is he?
He's 26.
As
this
in
year.
full-time drama school.
Sorry, not full time drama school, just full time acting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that has no bearings if he wants to go full time. Him doing drama school on the weekend has no bearings with him going full time.
What do you mean?
That's good. What? Yeah, that's.
I don't think him going. He's studying on the weekend, yeah.
No.
lessons.
Like full-time acting.
Full time acting.
Firstly, he needs to
What?
get an agent. Is he signed?
Yeah, he
No,
needs an
it's not.
agent.
Oh, sorry,
You
let's
need
go. Sorry.
representation.
Okay.
No, I was with
Sorry.
you. I know.
I've
You know what I mean?
I've learned that having an agent is so important, and having an agent that works for you in the way
Yeah.
that you want is so important.
Okay.
So he needs someone to represent him that can get him meetings and meet people if
But
he's serious.
before
about
that, he needs a headshot
I
yeah.
think he has a
And he can't be scared though.
and he needs a
He's definitely not
spotlight.
scared.
But attack it and
Yeah.
understand that he'll make a lot of money. That's the reality of this thing.
Yeah.
Am I lying, guys?
That what?
You'll make a lot of money. You're not making a lot of money.
Oh no.
Yeah, but doesn't the government tax you straight? Like,
Yeah, but even though regardless of that, you will not make a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, you will make
Yeah.
it. So you should prepare himself, like get a part time, and
Yeah.
then just say when you get your acting job, we're gonna leave. Yeah, whatever. That's why I like Trieve. You know, Trieve is I've learned a lot from Trieve on this job.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way he attacks his characters, the way he lives life. No inspiration.
Chat rubbish, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So you guys you've studied your craft.
Brother,
So,
yes.
and one things that I love about the show is it has moments where like there's those people moments, for example, where you two are on the bed and then you ask, do you like me? Or you two, Jeremiah and Kaz having an argument in the basketball court. What's been like your favorite moment whilst being on the show?
Or season 1 or season 2.
It's got to be season 1 because you can't give it away to the people.
My favorite moments are in season 2. I'm sorry, and you haven't even seen
No,
it.
but let's go one and let's go one and then two.
on.
One.
Yeah.
You can maybe 2. You can't be proper with the moment, but 1 you can, I guess, is out there, isn't it? What's your favorite moment in 1?
Favorite moment? Yeah, I don't know, man. I just enjoyed the whole thing. When we're kicking it on set, you gotta admit it's fun.
But we all know that. What's your favorite moment?
What the favorite bit I like to
Your favorite
perform?
moment on set,
To
or like
act.
maybe favorite bit of the series, whatever.
I like going back and forth with Thea,
Always.
because I feel like I'm sparring properly, and I like the
Thanks, True.
Wow.
Thanks, True.
No. And we were sparring in that basketball court scene. Come on,
Oh, 100%.
You know what?
That scene is ridiculous.
You know, I think because
like the situation is silly, but in terms of 2 actors,
so
like,
when we're
we
doing
were
comedy,
trying
we're
to
not
play.
sparring. Because you man are doing your serious thing. So you like, what are we doing? What else jogging?
No. Okay, let me track back.
because the bit. No,
It's because
listen,
what we're
no.
dealing with, because what me and Thea deal with is like our character's main storyline.
Yeah.
That's like what we have. So it's like nice to get into the nitty gritty of that.
But also the thing that the day he's talking about, I think you're talking about the bagel shop day. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that
and
was
that
hard,
is
that
not
was
even.
hard.
But that's also it's not
Oh,
really.
that's
That wasn't a
fantastic.
serious
Amazing.
conversation. It was serious, but it wasn't like a mad serious conversation. But yeah, so it's not always the drama. Also, me and Trieve have been acting together for a long time.
Yeah,
We
for
went
a minute.
part-time drama school together.
So who you no longer, me or Trieve?
Trieve.
Really?
Yeah.
From where Kingdom?
And then Trieve
Okay.
since I was like 16.
I called him in for because remember, see, the pilot was Daniel Ezra. I called him in because I even called her. Did I call you about?
Yeah.
You don't. I don't think you know this. Do you know this?
No. Tell me.
So I called. So we're looking for a new Jeremiah.
That's how you know I won't snake, guys.
Yeah. Oh, you're a good friend. we're looking for a new Jeremiah, and then what happened was, I showed like, okay, looking for whatever, and I was like, I don't want anyone that's too like they need to be calm because if I'm working with you, we need to be calm. Like we need to flow. We need to flow. Yeah, like it's not about being funny. It's about being true to the character. So bringing people in, and I was like, I saw Trieve's face. I can't remember how it came up, and I called Thea and I was like, yo, this guy, like, what go on? She's like, no, it's hard still. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah. Cause I saw her. Was it Run? He was in Run.
No,
was he?
Before that,
the other one, Fugue. Yeah, and I saw him. I was like, this guy, okay, cool. Then I heard about the Macbeth thing. Because I think you told me about that. You told me about that, isn't it?
Me.
Was you that told me? Or you told me about having to learn all those lines?
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but...
No, you told me because you went to go and see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were like... Because he basically... An actor dropped out of a show. It was Macbeth. And he wasn't the lead. But he had to learn the lines. How long did you have?
Let's not do that.
How long did you have?
Do it, man. Look at your chest, man.
How long?
It was 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks.
To do Macbeth?
Shakespeare.
Come on.
And I was like, how did your boy do? She was like, yo, hard.
Oh, that's mad.
She was like, it's hard.
2 weeks.
To learn the whole thing of Macbeth.
That's
not just lines, you know. This is a whole... That's a mad character.
Not just one act. That's different.
Then I called her and she was like, yeah, it's hard. And I was like, cool. He came in and he did his thing. And then he came in twice, right? Or 3 times?
Yeah, twice.
Twice, yeah.
And then one time,
second time he came in, you were sweating, boy.
But he came.
Remember, second time he came in, you were sweating.
Remember he came in.
Yes, patches. He was sweating.
Listen, remember he came in that time when I was reading with him.
When?
But I don't.
I was probably running.
I don't know. One time it was one of his auditions, and I was there to read with
him.
him.
You were the second one.
Yeah, but he didn't know.
He was there.
He didn't know that they knew that I knew him, innit?
Yeah, so I was trying to act like I didn't know her.
Like, hi, I'm Trieve.
I was just like, hi, what's your name? I'm Trieve.
Like, why did you guys play like that? Why did you just not?
The thing is, with these things, it's hard to navigate these situations. These meetings, you don't know, man. So I didn't know how much Thea had shared. So I was just
and he didn't want to ask her.
Got you.
You can't do that. Like,
you should be more relaxed in the room. I think I was a bit tense. Because I was just like, I want to get this job. So I was proper like formal. Yeah. And I was acting like I didn't know her. It was so weird.
That's so crazy.
And he was looking at me
like... my hand. I was like,
what's this guy doing?
I remember in the rehearsal process, I remember, because Trieve, I would say this in all my interviews. When it comes to acting, these two, they're actors. They're hard. Like so one of my faves, I'm not messing around. And basically, on the rehearsal, so how I work here, and I don't think he knew, but Thea knew from like that's from life. So like how I work here, there'll be a script there, but I'll be like, let's put the script down and let's
play.
So he was like, what? I was like, yeah, let's just whatever. Then I'll be doing a scene and he'll be like, because we'll be getting it like wrong. And then me and Phil were trying not to laugh. But it was like, maybe we went on lunch break. He was like, I need to just gonna go out for a minute. Gonna go for a walk. He actually that's go for a walk. And then me and Nida, the director season 1, were like, he needs to chill. It's a comedy. He said, you know what I mean? The comedy.
Just let loose.
But he wanted the role, so
that's the thing. Like when I think part of that comes from Kay because he's written the script. You know, so he knows the ins and outs of the script and where he wants it to go. But this guy, he doesn't learn his lines.
Just they're improvising.
He doesn't learn. He's improv. I'm someone who I need to learn the lines. I need to know where the scene is going.
You're the sort of person that even learned his lines as well, just to know
something like that. Yeah, I know what he would be doing.
My lines.
No, but we would come in and he would be throwing me these weird lines. I'm like,
my lines.
You just taken aback like. I wasn't.
I'd be like, Sam, line.
Yeah. Sam's our script supervisor. I'd be like, so Jeremiah, we need to line. All right. Sorry.
But Sam reading the lines out is so funny.
And he would switch the lines, and I'd be looking at him like, what do we do in this situation now?
No, but you will figure it out though, because
in season 1, I didn't know if we could I didn't have the freedom to kind of improvise in the way that Kay was. But in season 2, season 2,
it just came naturally.
Most of the time, you're just improvising.
No. There's the lines are there.
No, but he's improvising around the lines.
But sometimes what I'll do a safe take. You know, I'll do a safe take,
which they never use.
Ella says, okay, let's do a safe. I do a safe take. I'm just like, I'm not sure my performance is the best, but I'll do a safe take. Then after that, we're playing. I'm like, okay, cool. So if the line is Layla, I need to talk to you downstairs. So that's the line. So I'll be like, oh, Layla, I need to talk to you downstairs. Then okay, another take. Layla, come downstairs quickly. Come, let's talk quickly.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Simple.
And do you usually run with the one that's not
The one that's natural.
the one that's natural?
Something that's
Okay,
comfortable.
got you.
It's comfortable.
But that's like
That's it.
what Roger was doing.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, Trieve's dad in it. Jeremiah's dad.
In one
He's
scene.
such a talented. He's wicked.
He's
man.
wicked.
Yeah.
He's wicked.
Yeah, watching him
He's
act
wicked.
was
In
sick.
episode 4, he shuts it down.
What he does in season 2 is just fantastic.
This is
But
You guys are
his
tryna-
improvisation was funny because he was changing the line every single
But
time.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Nah, he's hard.
He was-
he's so
he was-
funny.
Every
He's
single
so-
time he was like, taste. I think the line was taste like cardboard. That was the line.
That's not even the line.
No, what was
Oh
the
yeah,
line?
it is the line. It is
Tastes
the
like
line.
cardboard.
Yeah,
But he's just
tastes like
improvising.
cardboard, and he changed it every.
In comedy,
Tastes
it's
like wool.
you need people that can just improvise with them.
Yeah.
To be free with it. And
Yeah.
Kay and Roger, you're very similar in the sense of like you're so free with what you're saying. Like you can just throw it away. And
And I
do
felt
whatever.
I felt free, and I feel like one thing I've learned, even for me as an actor, I'll answer your question. Season 1 for a moment has to be to look at is the bed scene when they're playing Yay in the background in episode 3, and it goes. Ooh, that's my favorite moment.
Yeah.
In season 2, has to be the Larry bit at the door, just because it was
You like that?
it was the last day.
Oh yeah, it was so
And
thrilling.
that was our last take.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like trying
And
to
we're running out of time.
We're running out of time.
Yeah.
We're like, one more time. They're like, and then our first AD was like, guys, we have to. And Ella was like, please, just whatever. It's like, Trieve, just go again. And
was you. What do you mean,
I
Trieve?
wanted to get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it right.
No, yeah.
I wanted to get it right.
So
But we
did
just-
the episodes drop all at the same time,
Yeah,
or was
yeah,
it
yeah.
staggered?
All at the same time.
All at the same time.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can
Netflix.
binge it. Sunday,
Love it.
10 a.m. It all drops at the same time.
Obviously, BBC Three, not Netflix.
Perfect.
BBC 3.
Yeah, you come because they'll be like, what's
No, but you know the way
Yeah,
Netflix
no.
just drops all the episodes at once. Yeah, like for example, like Love Is Blind.
Is it?
Mm.
6 a.m. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
You're lying.
Well, before work.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Aye.
It might as well.
Have you watched them?
No,
You can see all of it back.
no, because I didn't have
The links.
ADR.
ADR.
either.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, you didn't have ADR because your diction is very good.
Oh, thanks.
You know what ADR is, right?
No.
ADR when you have to go inside and do. So let's say, Trieve, can you explain it, please? Because you can do it better than me. Hey, what's ADR?
ADR is basically, I don't know what's that audio description. I don't know. I can't remember. But basically in a scene, you film a scene and then when it gets to the edit, something you've said is not clear. So you have to
go
call
back
back
in?
the actors just
You do
to,
it, yeah.
go into a studio
Oh,
and
You basically dub
do the
yourself.
line again.
Dubbing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, then.
That's
That's
crazy.
interesting.
but
that's
like I can
And you
always
get paid very
see
well.
I can see
I
ADR
can
in like
always see
shows.
ADR, yeah, and it's annoying. But
Sometimes.
I guess it's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can see it because you've done it. Like,
Yeah,
if
when
you're
you've done
watching
it. Yeah, once you've done it,
and
you can see
you
it.
edit though.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'm watching a drama, I'm like, they 100% that they did not say
Oh,
that
yeah.
in situ. Like that was
That's
definitely
mad.
That's
They didn't
crazy.
engineer it well or whatever.
yeah.
Learn something new every day. I didn't know they'd be
sure.
doing that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
like
good.
if I
Voiceovers.
whispered something to Trieve in a scene and then like maybe it got muffled or whatever, then
Yeah.
I would have to go back and then you watch the actual scene play
time
out and then you have to time it and say it over yourself.
How long does ADR take?
Depends on how much.
Depends
you
on
have
how
to
much
do.
you have to do.
Have you not seen Wolverine? Sorry, not Wolverine. Logan.
Logan, I didn't know that's what they were doing though. I thought he was just going mad.
My
But
man's just there doing cardio by himself, watching.
I didn't know that was what he was
It's not
doing.
my acting take, by the way. Just so you know.
Mini. That's jokes.
Mini acting reel.
But yeah, so you guys are all born in London, right? Like
Yeah.
raised in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
South and northwest.
Yeah.
What was the
South,
the experience just living in London, growing up?
I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
fun.
grew up,
Fun.
I
It's
really-
very fun.
I had fun. At times, of course, it would,
It is.
there's problems everywhere in it.
Yeah.
Of course.
But of course, like I think that it kind of instilled this kind of you learn or you develop thick skin in it, like in school, and I think that's where a lot of my jokes come from, and that kind of off-wit banter, like in school, like everyone's always, I won't call it bullying, but everyone always like they're coming with their jokes in it, so you come ready with the hairline jokes, your mum jokes, and you know what I mean. They're coming. I went to like predominantly all black boys' school in Peckham, Nunhead, like 75% black, so it's like 55 Emmanuels, you know. So like in each year, so like I went there and like
55.
and then when I went there, like everyone, like when you wear like the wrong shoe, they're like, for the whole day.
You get roasted, innit?
But if you do not get them back, it's like you have to stand up for yourself. And that's the same how it was in South East, like when you go to the football pitch or whatever, they're insulting you, and then you have to say a line back.
Yeah.
And obviously it's harder because if you guys are all together and then like, let's say Trieve, you're all friends and Trieve insults me and you all laugh and I say something back, that's funny. You're not going to want to laugh because it's your boy. But if I end up making you laugh, the joke must bang.
Yeah.
So we knew that if we cuss the elders and they laugh, you're going to get received because they're like, this is a funny man. So that's how I grew up, man, with jokes and stuff like that.
I heard that still.
I see. What about yourself?
It was fun. I grew up on
Pricky.
On an estate in Brixton Hill.
Bricky gal.
Is Brixton still safe? Is it safe
It's
now?
gentrified now, no?
Well, Brixton Hill isn't gentrified really because there's not really anything there to gentrify other than council estates. But Brixton itself, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Is gentrified, but like when I was growing up, they were two completely different things. Like Brixton Hill and Brixton were even beefing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they were like complete. Brixton Hill, obviously, that's where I live.
Bang bang.
So it was like I was very just one. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Like you just don't leave your area. Or I didn't really leave my area.
Yeah.
Like at all. I just stayed there for my childhood.
How were you sorry to digress. How were you as a child? Because I feel like I felt like when I didn't know you, I heard a bit about you. I thought you were quite strange.
Why?
I heard that too.
No, seriously, right? No, I felt like you being serious. I felt like she was quite
the same as well.
quite peculiar and quite strange. Just because
But
like
Thea is a bit.
like because she's quite like intense. She can be. I remember one time we had a shoot. Was it Marley? I don't know what we were doing, and you were like, "Oh, was it you that said it? Oh, he's quite handsome."
No, I said you got a
go on, say
you're
it.
beautiful or something.
They got a nice face.
Yeah,
So
he had a lovely face.
Oh, you got like it's coming here. She doesn't like you. It's like, oh, you got a very nice face, and just continue the conversation.
Normal conversation.
But a lot of girls they won't naturally say that kind of thing. Very confident,
just come out
very
of
like
nowhere.
whatever.
It was in Rand as well with
that.
the other guy. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're beautiful," and the guy is just like taken aback, like what?
You know, and so my question is like, you growing up, like I'm very interested because when I see you, I see like you in it. I don't see anyone else. Like you're not like she doesn't try to be anyone. Like just from knowing Thea and whatever, it's always like she's on her own thing all the time, and I'm just like,
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm the only child. Like I spent a lot of time by myself, like making up. I've always been like a storyteller. So with all of like all the toys I had and stuff, I used to make like I had a name for every single toy. I used to make up games, like stories.
Did you have
all
imaginary
of this stuff
friends?
at home? No, I didn't have imaginary friends. But do you know what? Someone was doing like their own kind of like research, and they was asking everyone. I don't know who was it? Was it you? No. They was asking every creative person they knew if they had imaginary friends, and most of the creative people said no, and it was always the other ones, like the non-creative people, that said yes. Which I thought was interesting.
Did you have one, Kay?
Yeah.
Did you? What was his name?
Sam.
What did
Man
Sam
like
do?
Sam.
Not much. I think my parents just said stop this nonsense.
Who's this Sam you speak of?
Yeah, just like it's not right. Just destroyed him.
Destroyed him?
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
Only
for a few days. I probably watched like a show on TV. I was like, I'm gonna copy that. They're like, nah, I'm not in this house.
Nah, it can't.
So you didn't. It wasn't like a long one.
It wasn't like a long like I miss you, Sam, or whatever. It was just like, there was like stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Nah, that's fair enough.
I
Yeah,
had a
I
friend
don't
in
know.
class, and pretty much she had an imaginary friend, but her imaginary friend's name was my sister's name. So when she said it outside, like when she said it out loud, oh yeah, my friend Saffron, was like, huh? I was there, I was dumbfounded, I didn't know what to do. My boy looked at me and was like, yo, she just called out your sister's name. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do now. I mean, she had the mental phase.
Okay.
She had a mental phase at that time in her life. But
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know what I'd do in that
super
situation.
Crazy.
it was super brazy, man.
I would not be comfortable with that.
I don't know what I'll say. I hope she's okay.
Hope you're alright.
Yeah. Kind of dark.
I remember one time she ran out of class and the teacher was like, where'd she go? And everyone's like, yo, she has an issue. I was like, the teacher was like, stop playing. No, she really has an issue. Go sort her out.
Was it secondary school?
This is in secondary school.
But I guess everyone and I guess
that's deep, man. That's old though.
Like everyone,
the teacher thought that we were just bullying, like.
Yeah.
But she actually had an
serious.
issue.
Like,
Yeah,
no.
was there supply teacher or something? They must know it then.
No, it wasn't a supply teacher. It was like senior management team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up in Chafford is a weird place to grow up in, especially when you're black, because
Oh man,
it's an experience that can't be described. I mean, I don't know if you live in an area that is usually predominantly white, and then because when we moved to Chafford, there was this interesting period whereby a lot of other ethnic minorities were also moving to Chafford.
We used to live in London
So-
for half our life, then moved to.
It's trying to keep that half that
So-
experience and then half trying to adjust to this whole new area where it's when you talk to people about it, even like going to university was an experience and trying to explain Chafford 100 to people. It's like it is its own like little
Chafford
ecosystem.
what?
Chafford 100.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's his full name.
Chafford 100.
Chafford 100.
Yeah, Chafford 100.
Yeah.
And trying to explain that
wavy.
ecosystem to people. There's nothing. I'm sure there's other places that might be like it, but I've not met anyone that could relate. You know, the stories that
pretty
we'd
different.
have.
It's real different.
Like what?
especially
Like
because-
what? Like racism?
No, not racism, but
It's there in some capacity, but
But
there's
feeling
enough of
different.
us to be alright.
I experienced this as well, actually.
Yeah.
because My school was kind of predominantly white, but
You're Northwest.
I
Northwest,
rolled-
by the way. You're Northwest.
Northwest. But I had there was a group of 10 of us, and we were all black.
Yeah, that's
You know,
similar to what
That's
I-
But, like,
basically what we have,
We would always integrate, obviously.
yeah.
of course.
But they would fly. Sometimes they would fly words around to the darker ones of us, like blick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys,
that
like,
was-
blick, and it'd be fine. We'd be laughing and stuff. But at the time, you think it's calm.
It's
Yeah.
You think it's calm. And I had a conversation with my boys actually a couple of weeks ago, and it's like only when you think back.
Yeah, there's certain
Nah,
stuff
I'm
that
bad
might
for
have
it. It's
happened
like,
that
yo,
wouldn't
You can't
run
fly
now.
today. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
It's very strange.
Stuff that could not fly today.
It'd
You
be
know what I'm saying?
it'd be a different story, but I guess it does make you look back and you grow as a person. Like, there's definitely things that growing up in Chafford has helped us with, and then coming from a small area where there's almost that hunger mentality whereby we're so close to London, we can feel it, but we're our own thing. Because London is it's this big thing where you kind of
You're enticed by London.
no, not that, but it's far away enough that you feel like you're from somewhere different, but it's so close that it is still a part.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's part of what we've created here, in the sense that we want to put our area on. Today, I'm sure, thankfully, through you guys coming on, loads more people will know a bit more about Chafford and be like, yo, there's a story to tell here. There's people doing sick things in our area.
For sure.
I feel like our area has a voice, and it's it just wants to come out. There's so many people doing great things, too many names to mention, but that it's that hunger that you get from being in Chafford, that you want to make it. You want to make it outside of that bubble is what I think
Sure.
it
And
is.
give
I
it
rate
to the
that,
world
man.
as well.
I rate that.
You know what I'm saying? Even obviously we're all born in the country. And
Yeah.
it's also the mentality that we get from our parents. So my parents weren't born here. So they
Where
kind
were
of...
they born?
Nigeria.
Okay.
So obviously it's a case of okay, they brought me up a certain way. So I'm constantly feeling like I either want to impress them or just try to not outdo them, but make sure I leave a legacy that's bigger than what they've left.
Yeah.
Just continue the cycle.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to see where what we do for the next generation, how to keep them hungry. Because if I have kids, they're going to be from here and they're going to not know that much about
That second generation is going to be very interesting.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's an interesting topic. How do you think it would be possible to embed hunger into them if they
Or
don't?
just our cultures in general, because that's something I've thought about, not worried myself about, but my life has been more British than it has been anything else. But my African roots are still my Nigerian roots are still very important to me. But I'm how will I embed that in my future generation?
Well, I'm second generation,
Okay.
and
What
that
country
work
from?
ethic is Jamaica and Grenada,
Okay.
and that work ethic is embedded in me.
Yeah.
It doesn't
it doesn't go.
it comes through the parenting, man. But don't worry about it going because we still haven't made it in a way that we want to make it yet.
Yeah.
For sure.
We still got stuff. We got a lot of stuff to do. And a lot of stuff to achieve. So until we get that, that kind of work thing inside you, that thing that's gonna spur you on, is always gonna be there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that it's just up to us to expose our children to things that they need to be exposed to, I feel like for me, growing up, it's always been about being happy. I think in hindsight, it's always about being happy and like Trieve was saying, like growing up about your parents supporting you and wanting you to do what you want to do, but also proving to you that you have to earn it. And I think that's why when my dad said, don't go drama school, he didn't say stop acting. He said don't go drama school, go to uni, just because it's like no one really makes it in it. Like black people on TV they're not there at that time. So I went to go and do journalism. Then I changed to go and do theatre behind his back. And I gave him a call. But for me to change my course, there was a hunger in me.
Yeah.
There's a passion in me. And I think he was like, okay, if he can, he wouldn't say this, but I was told that if he can like disobey and do this, he must have a hunger that's beyond him. Yeah. Which has now manifested into like this now. So for them always being like, look, like it's like I want to be a footballer. Like, no. If I'm gonna like fight against it and want to do it, and it's like your hunger's enough. Then it's almost as a way of like proof to me. Then like, and he wouldn't say that, but it's almost like no football, go and do this. But when you're pushing, because my parents they love you, innit? Yeah. But when it's like that, you're pushing. It's like no, I want to do it. I have a talent at it. I want to do it. I want to do it. Whatever. Even though like you're not good enough, whatever, and you're blocking that out and you're pushing. Some may say, oh, that's not nice. But for me, I was like, no, it gives you thick skin, but it also helps you like prove, and like you're saying, you want to prove to them and impress them, this is what I want to do. For sure. So when it works, it's like, we never said we didn't believe in you. We just wanted you to prove yourself. And that brings hunger. That's what brought hunger in me, personally.
So I love sitting with creatives and finding out what they're interested in. Obviously, you guys act, so it must be things that you're watching on TV or listening to, especially because I wanted to bring it up earlier, but the music plays a massive part in the show as well. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys are giving your tastemakers when you put in a great song in the show. So what sort of things are you listening to and watching at the moment that's inspiring you?
Chief?
Like we've done a couple of these things and people always ask what we're listening to. Like listen, one I was just listening to Bob Marley. I'm not listening to like, I don't really listen to, I do listen to current stuff actually. But it's like who? Like Cole, Kendrick, of course. Those are my guys. I like to listen to that. A lot of UK artists are doing their thing as well. But like for me, it's got to have some soul to it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just listen like similar to you, just listen to whatever. But at the moment, I have been banging out the Queen and Slim soundtrack.
I haven't watched this yet.
The soundtrack's really great. So that's what I've been listening to.
I listened to Preaching this morning podcast. Who? By Bishop Richard Aye. I listened to a podcast by Bishop Richard Aye. He started the branch in the UK and he passes like uni students. So I listened to him, just listen to Preaching. I don't listen to a lot. I listen to mainly gospel songs and like preaching. I don't listen to much. And I don't really watch a lot when I'm writing. Now I'm not writing. I'm not in writing commission season. I'm in like idea season, treatments and reading stuff. But like I should watch stuff. I'm not really watching a lot.
So is it like when like a rapper's like not listening to other rappers when they're making their music? Is that like a similar type thing?
I don't know. It's hard. I don't know why. I just found that method that works for me. I'm just like, I don't watch a lot. Regardless, because of time and because when I watch stuff like maybe over a year. It took me like 6 months to finish Atlanta. I don't sit and binge. I was like, okay, cool, that was nice. 2, whatever. Go and do what I need to do in my life. Come back. Oh yeah, I got some time now. Oh yeah, cool. Watch that. That was cool. So it takes me. I'm long. Like even I haven't finished Fleabag season 2. Started Killing Eve like only seen like 1 or 2 episodes a year ago. You know what I mean? I'm not really that passionate about watching things anymore. Yeah. And even with time, it's like there's no time for me to just sit and just like watch things anymore, which I'm happy, I'm cool with. Not a problem.
Exactly.
And if it make like Queen and Slim made me go to the cinema, Blue Story made me go to the cinema, Parasite might make me go soon. So if you make me go, I must want to watch it and it's going to be good.
Yeah. I've been watching way more films than
like TV. What films?
Because, well, first of all, a cinema opened next to my house, so that was
always helps.
Yeah, that helped. But I've got a 3-month-old, so I haven't really had time to watch anything.
What's a 3-month-old?
My 3-month-old baby.
Oh, sorry. I thought they're 3-month fold.
Oh no, old.
That's what I said. What's a 3-month fold? No, I'm generally said 3-month fold. I was like, is that a deal with the cinema?
3 months fold.
Do you not hear it?
I heard 3 months old. I was
We all heard 3 months
Like, I got
old.
a 3-month fold. I was like, why you got a 3-month? I said,
You say
sorry.
next one, bro.
Sorry. I know you got a baby, 3-month-old baby, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, I haven't really had time to watch anything at home. But I have like left the house to go to cinema and like leaving with my mum and stuff.
What did you watch? Parasite.
Yeah, and Queen and
Do you feel
Slim.
it? Parasite.
Yeah.
Do you feel
What is
Queen and Slim?
Parasite, by the way? What is it?
Don't spoil it, please.
What is it?
Yeah, the film. Like, what is it?
What is it? I'm joking. No, it's a film. It's a film.
Go watch that film, brother.
Go watch it.
Trieve, you feel it?
Yeah, that film is serious, man.
Is it worth the accolades, yeah?
Yeah.
Was it better than the
joke?
Joker?
It's completely different.
Different.
Yeah,
It's
Joker
completely
completely
different.
What's the
It's a
concept
masterclass.
behind it?
But I would say, yeah.
I'm hearing Parasite, but I just don't know what it is. What's
Don't
the
say
concept
that.
behind it?
Can you
I
not say
can't. I
anything?
know. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say.
please,
anything.
because I really want. I want to know. Can we not talk about it?
No, but yeah,
How
we're not
about
gonna talk
okay,
about it.
Queen and Slim? Have you seen Queen and Slim?
Yeah, sorry.
Who
I
hasn't seen it?
I haven't seen Queen and Slim, but you've been telling me some.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah.
I've heard mixed reviews.
I've heard mixed reviews, but I really enjoyed
You
it, and
enjoyed
I
it?
feel like
But I feel,
I feel like
feeling it, innit?
yeah,
I know why you enjoyed it though, but continue.
But
I'll tell you why.
it's the feeling. Like some films,
that's
some
it.
films that is not. I don't really care about technically perfect or whatever.
What is it? Is it not technically?
What did she
No.
just say? What did she?
I don't know. I looked at you like, all I heard was
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you want to translate for you?
No.
She just looked at me.
I just
She just said whatever. I don't know.
yeah, because I don't know what I said either.
But,
No, because when I was seeing people tweet about it and like saying, I don't know, they was talking about the script and they were talking about like just technical things to do with the film.
Right.
But which I didn't necessarily pick up on, to be honest. But it was just one of those films that it just really stayed with me. And like I still think about it sometimes. Like today I tweeted, I'm thinking about it. And it just left me.
I think it
It's
looked
interesting.
It really I
looked
just felt
amazing.
it.
Incredible
yeah.
acting.
Incredible acting. It was
Yeah,
yeah.
it was beautiful.
No,
It was just
no,
it's a
talk to me
beautiful
about
film for me
Hard.
personally.
Well, Daniel's always going to do what Daniel does. So,
I think Daniel's one of the best of our generation.
Yeah.
yeah, I know you're a huge fan.
I'm a huge.
He's
I
great,
love
man.
Boss. I actually enjoy because I think his source is just different, innit?
Yeah.
Taps into something.
I
He's
didn't rate his
sources
dance
are
move
different.
thingy on what's it, Black Mirror. I didn't rate that dance move.
Which one?
The what?
When when he's dancing and he puts the blade to his thing.
Debate it, yeah, when he's yeah.
Nah, I didn't rate it, man. I didn't know what he was doing there, man. I was judge.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying, though.
That's-
But the rest of his work is hard. He's hard.
You
He's a
seen
great
that scene
actor.
with
It's
him?
just
That scene in Widows alone, yeah?
What, the one where he asked the person to rap to him?
Yeah.
That scene is bananas
Too
from
much.
start to finish, from when the boy walks in to
It's
when
too
he.
much.
I don't even know how he accumulated. Like, he just has a wicked trajectory. No, what he's doing is just cold.
It's unreal.
His
Yeah.
projects are just.
Yeah.
Well, even if the film isn't up to standard, you know he's going to give
delivers.
110%.
He has these characters that are just sick.
Yeah.
And he's watchable. I think when we were having that discussion about like UK, whatever, cool, this and that, like, or British actors, when it, of course, in screen, I think Americans like kill it.
Yeah.
Personally, I think they're all over it. Theatre, whatever. I don't see a lot of theatre in America or whatever. But I think for me, it's about like, can I watch you? If I can watch you and I'm just staring at you, you've done. I don't care about where you've gone drama school. I don't care whatever. If I can watch you and I'm just like, of course, it gets deeper where, and you probably do this, Trieve and Thea as well, where it's like, that's a good decision he made to lean his hand on her head when he's talking. It's a great decision. It's not in the script,
Yeah.
but the actor made that decision to just be like,
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
do whatever. You know what I
He
mean?
does
Tom
that a lot.
Hardy, Leonardo, them decisions. But when it comes to like watching performances, people that are watchable, like Daniel, Paul Dano, Olivia Colman, this kind of people, I just say to myself like, I'm watching you, and you're. I don't know why I'm just watching you.
Olivia Colman, so what?
Olivia Colman, I think one of my.
How did she have that from Peep Show to where
You've seen Peep Show, isn't it?
She's.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
nah,
sometimes
I'll
these
watch
people just
anything she
blow
does.
up crazy, man.
Like,
They
I
just-
watched The Crown because of her, and I'm gonna say I watched. What else did I watch that was addictive?
I've seen The
I'm
Lobster.
into Downton Abbey, so I can't talk.
The favourite?
That's not The Lobster.
Do you see
Yes,
her in
I
the
watched The
favourite?
Favourite. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that because
No, she's hilarious in that. She's funny in that, man.
both girls are great actors in that as well. So I
Yeah.
think she had great support around her. But yeah, it's interesting like how people just go from being in one position and then taking it to another level.
And we had like an actual physical reaction when we watched Get Out when the whole scene flipped. Like, me and him watched it in the cinemas, and we were just like,
give me the keys.
Like, come on, man, what's going on?
Give me the
Yeah,
keys.
that was so fun to watch in cinema.
You know what I'm saying? That provoked
That scene.
emotion.
Like your heart sank.
For Kim Hill.
No
yeah.
pun intended, obviously.
You think that's the one that took him
Yeah,
to the
took
next
him
level?
there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Open
I
some
think
mad
so.
doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think in the States, I think in the UK.
Yeah, in the States.
You know what's mad? I think sometimes even the UK, yeah, they don't rate you till you're gone.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
that's
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Because
even Ella say that Grammy speech. LMA, she was saying that, like,
Yeah,
R&B
she
thing.
experienced it
She's
bare.
like, yeah, you man don't feel me. And she went to the UK and then to the US and was like,
blew up.
DJ Mustard and that.
She said that.
Mm.
Yeah, she was like, oh, so it's just threw some shade, innit?
Yeah, man, throw it. You got to throw the
I didn't know
shade, man. You got
my
to throw
cousin was
it.
telling me about Ella and R&B and no one's feeling it here, whatever. But even the same with like some actors here, like Damson,
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
don't ever. Like Damson, like I'm young Denzel, I would say it with my chest. Like when I see Damson, I'm just like, yo, like he's going to a place where it's wild. Even people like Tossin.
Tossin's
I don't think
cold.
the UK appreciate people like Tossin Cole.
He is so sick.
Malachi Kirby.
Yeah.
I don't think we appreciate these actors who are hard. I don't think we rate them.
Do you
Even
think
people like Percy.
Yeah.
He's hard. You know, he's mad.
Yeah, he's
sick.
hard.
I think it's
Wavy.
because we only see them as far as we can see them, not as where they want to take themselves. So, for example, like a director will look at a specific actor and say, okay, cool, this person is perfect for this type of role. But everybody else won't see it. And they'll probably even throw like a Twitter run about it. And then there's a whole sort of movement around that Twitter run. And when the performance actually comes out, it's like, oh, we didn't know they can do this. So I think it's how we see them. Like
I think the UK audience needs to wake up, man.
Yeah.
that's 100%.
Take my hand.
Need to
Yeah.
wake up, man,
Take my hand.
because
100% true.
there's so many things happening now, and it's true. When you as soon as you leave, they'll support you.
But is that because there's more opportunities abroad, like you were saying? Like if the opportunities aren't here,
Yeah, but
I don't
there's
think-
people doing stuff here though.
Mm.
You know, and they're still not getting the recognition unless you're trending. No one really cares about you, or not even cares, but no one respects
wants to respect
your
that.
work.
That's how I felt my whole.
You
everything I've done.
see with this girl here, yeah. Sorry,
She's
to cut you
hard.
off. No, you see this girl here, yeah. There was a time here where she's looking for an agent, and I was confused.
How
There was a time when she's like, I still haven't got an agent. It was like it was getting me to a point. I had to talk to my agent and say, yo, look, yeah, there's this Don hardest. I think if she goes to the US, yeah, gone.
Yeah,
Like if she
different.
goes off to the US, yeah, like they'll find roles for this girl, yeah.
But this is why I'm making my own stuff though. This
Yeah,
is
but
why.
that's what I like. You have to make your own
Yeah,
opportunity.
but then it puts you in a point where it's like, sick, now I've developed a new skill, now I've opened this whole new career opportunities for me, because like now I've got funding, I'm doing my debut feature that I'm directing, writing, whatever. But it's frustrating that it has to get to that. Do you know what I mean? As much as it's a blessing that it's opened that door for you and I wouldn't have it any other way now, it's like I've had to really grind and do that and basically
Have you
create
been in
myself in another
situations
way.
where you know you've been better than people and you felt like they've maybe got the opportunity over you?
I don't know, it's hard because like with acting, it's like
it's particular, isn't it?
it's so particular because you just don't know. Like sometimes you watch something and you're like, yeah, that person was, I don't know.
I think it's about what you need. I think, like I say, I think all and I say this and I keep on saying this. You think I'm joking, but as an actor, technically, I don't think I'm the best as an actor. Technically, but there's certain things where I'm just like, I know in this kind of world, maybe it may not just be a comedy, but in this kind of thing, this kind of like technique, I'm in.
Do that.
That's you.
And people may say, oh, when it comes to pound for pound acting, like Trieve and I sit together pound for pound, he can probably do script analysis better than me. He can do character portrayal better than me, accents, whatever. But when it comes to like specific things, I might get casted and he may not get casted.
Yeah, it's definitely
not about
things like
ability,
that.
just
But
about what's needed.
yeah, so in that way, it's like when you see something that's definitely your lane, you definitely know you would excel in that. It's frustrating because you're like, I know I can do that and I know I can do very well doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm not having the opportunity.
There must, because I know what you're saying, but I do feel like there's some times where I'm sure actors have lost out on a role and been like, no, I'm clearly superior here. Even it happens in sports. I mean, sports is a bit more subjective, that there's stats and stuff. But I still feel like there's times where I've watched a film and I found out someone should have played the role and then I've been like, nah, the film's missed out. I've missed out because I've wasted my time watching this film. I look at the greatest example of this is Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Like, I feel like maybe not the best actor, but playing Deadpool, there's no one else I could imagine doing it. So I see what you're saying, but there are circumstances whereby night and day, said person is a clearly better actor and has lost out on a particular role.
maybe if they were a better actor, but again, sometimes when it comes to acting, fortunately and maybe unfortunately, sometimes it's not about acting.
Yeah.
It's about it's about the nuances, the essence. Like, why do you want a very, very good actor to play Deadpool when like it won't work?
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, why do you want a sick actor when he might be a bit too not as loose as Ryan? Yeah. You know what I mean? When Ryan is kind of just like, sorry guys, like he'll just get into it. When another actor's like, I don't think he would kill him in this scene. Yeah. I don't think
like,
so.
You know, like Daniel Day-Lewis couldn't be Deadpool.
Daniel Day-Lewis couldn't do Daniel Day-Lewis, they say he's one of the great. I think he's a good actor, yeah. But you know, but I think anyway, that's me personally. Another conversation for another day. I think, cool. If you play someone like Deadpool, whatever, like, come on, I wouldn't watch the film. Yeah. Because you're a good actor.
I don't believe you. I don't
want to see that, man. I don't want to see that, man.
But going back to the UK thing and the scene about people not being appreciated, could you not argue the fact that it's kind of like the inception of things? Things are just beginning. Like, there's people who break down the door in order for other people to come through. If you look at like podcasting, the people on the wall, they broke down the door. So people behind them are going to come and do mad things. Yeah. Could you not say like, that's the case for you guys? You started Enterprice. If it does really, really well, it might allow more people to do it and more actors to blow it.
I think...
Go on, you go.
My comment was not necessarily about the industry here, although it's still a bit in a mess. Mine's more about the audience.
Okay.
And people who are watching these things. They don't champion these actors.
That's a really good point.
They don't champion it. And we're out here doing our thing. And they're not championing. Like Daniel Ezra, who played Jeremiah before me. He is a sick actor. Like, he is so cold. And I think he was doing his thing in the UK. But now he's doing the show in
All American.
All American.
Yeah.
Like, people over there are loving him, and it just takes one more role for him, for like a film or something where he's like the lead, and he's gonna be gone again.
Do you think it's a mentality thing though? Because one thing I was noticing, like us as a people, we have our fans of things, we do champion certain things, but only to an extent. Like, I was fortunate enough to go to the Brits and see Dave, and I've been a fan of him for a while. So then seeing him win the award, I couldn't help myself. I was up there like going mad as if I know the dude. But a lot of people will be sat in their seat just chilling and not screaming or like championing other people's
you're correct.
accomplishments.
It's sad, isn't it?
I don't get why we're like this.
It's crazy. It's bad, and we need to talk about it. But like, it annoys me. Sorry, I just hit you there. But it annoys me, like, especially when, I don't even know if I can say this, but when I'm on these press runs with Kay, it's like, people are always saying, "Oh, don't you wish you were doing what Michael Dapper is doing?" And it's just like, just because he's popping and he's fantastic at what he's doing, this guy is still doing amazing things.
Absolutely.
Like, why are you even having that conversation? It's just, it's old school, man.
Need to be
like, this guy he's in his own lane. So champion him for what he is doing. Like, he's got his own show on BBC. Like, who is doing that?
That's why we wanted to talk to you guys, because there's a story to tell here. Like, it's crazy. And you've gone past, but you've gone past the RS thing. I think something you said, which was really interesting, was you wouldn't want Will Smith to still be playing Fresh Prince.
This is what I'm saying. It's so old school. Like, the mentality is like, I feel like we just want what's like trending, what's viral,
100%.
What's going on
But
Twitter.
But you're right. The championing thing is so real, because it's like, I feel like, say they brought out some new series, I feel like people would be quick to like find the actors, follow them, But like, when it's UK, it's like no one. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, I might gain 10 followers.
But there's
not that it's about that, but I'm just saying that's what they make it about. It's not about that for us, but that's what they make it about. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, then it has an impact on us, because then it's like, okay, cool, I'm not getting to this level because of what you guys are doing.
You're not quite breaking through. In a way that you could if you went across there. That's why I said at the beginning of this podcast, I understand why people do it, and I don't kind of put them down for that.
Yeah.
So you just feel like in the UK we need to be less afraid of being fans of people.
Think so.
And we need
I
to...
think so for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I heard it on receipts. I think it might have been Tolly who said it, but I fully get it. We need to just break out of that mentality and just say what you like. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like, we were tweeting about Enterprise season 1 when it first came out, and like we were like, this is sick.
Love for that.
And obviously at the time, I didn't really understand why people didn't gravitate towards it, but you know, God's time, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's lovely to see, and hopefully, it's a trajectory. It's like, it's good to see you guys actually like, hopefully tap into, you know, the career path and like the aspirations you want to get to, and hopefully this is a springboard. You know,
I hope so.
I hope so, man.
I started saying,
I appreciate that.
Enterprise.
That's cool,
I
man.
hope so that it shows people that look, you can like, you have to do 2 things, The first thing is that you have to know who you're marketing to. You have to know who your audience are, and sit there and do what you need to do, you know, and show the support. And that's why I came here, because you guys showed love, you know. And it's about these kind of places. Yeah. These kind of places here. It's not always about going on BBC News and getting your poster up. So that does bring more problems. You know,
I heard that.
It's about showing love to the places where like the Gram. Like I was saying, the Gram Dailies on ZZ. I was saying Gram Daily, Mobos, all these places, all these platforms, Hackney's Finest, who have showed love via pushing all your stuff out or whatever. It's like, let me just go to these places and show love back and sit there. You know, like in the Chafford Podcast. You know, when they were showing love with me and Dems on season 1, you know, it's about these places. But the second thing is, so like doing the right marketing. But the second thing is just about like, you know what, don't be afraid to tell your story. Like I put out a tweet yesterday of like a scene, and when I put out that tweet,
that was a good scene.
I put out that tweet, I remember I showed my sister, and they're like, it's a bit long. I showed this person, my sister, she knows the whole script, so you know, biased. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Showed to this person, that person, and I was like, you know what, let me just put it out. No problem. Like whoever gets the comedy gets the comedy. So Miss Keith was like, Mr. Exposed was like, yo, bro, like you see your comedy, I feel it. Yeah. Like I don't know why, but it's like it's my kind of comedy, and that's fine. Not everyone needs to go for the like, and I think it's what Z's was saying. She had a point where it's like the loud kind of like pranky kind of like
my wife,
you know, like not even energy. Just even like road kind of, maybe just road kind of comedy, African stuff. Dad or those kind of things, whatever. It's okay also because you laugh at in-betweeners in your house by yourself. You laugh at Peep Show by yourself. Misfits, you laugh. But when we suddenly bring it to you, it's like, oh, that's not funny. Because you're used to just seeing us make noise a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but now I'm saying with Enterprise, like, look, it's like when you see Trieve and I, there's points where like, there's a certain scene where it's like I'll be hugging Tree, I'm just like stop hugging me or holding him, whatever, I'm touching his face, whatever. See, before it's like, why the man touching like that? Whatever, cool. But it's like, no, it's okay. It's fine. Doesn't mean they're gay. Yeah. It's okay to just be like, yo, bro, Chi, whatever. Look at your beard. It's like, it's perfectly fine in these comedies with 2 young black boys doing these things, talking about life, being scared, one's being nerdy. And I think that's why I like Blue Story when it came to the portrayals of the 2 characters. At the beginning, of course, when it came to Timmy's character, that was me in school. You know, my Michael was kind of like a heightened version of certain man. I'm like, yo, and his boys are like, gonna press that girl. He was like, don't talk about it like that, man. Yeah. People say, oh, he's washed, but that was me. Or like Carlton and Fresh Prince. Yeah. People are like, oh, Carlton is washed. No, that was certain people who used to like to wear, you know, Tiny Temper, Sweet Boy jumpers. That
was us in school. Our clique was that. We weren't too left, we weren't too right. We were just right in the middle. And we used to portray that a bit more. So.
But you didn't get to see yourself, or when you see yourself, like people would, or like even me as a Christian, like you certain young Christians who are like, oh, I'm celibate, waiting to marriage, or whatever. You see people, stuff like Fresh Prince, where you see people like Carlton and they laugh at him for being a virgin. People like, oh, shut up, okay, Carlton, virgin, ha ha ha. But it's like, why is that funny? Like, because Kazim's a virgin, you know, whatever. I'm not sure if Jeremiah is, but like, why is that a problem now? Whereas before, all this like, man, got to be beating girls and whatever. But now it's like, no, like they go on a date. Kazim's scared to talk to girls. Jeremiah's a bit awkward with like Layla. That's fine. Like
it's a reality.
It's a reality. Yeah. So let's show that. Let's embrace it and let's laugh at it, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, bro.
It's fine.
I couldn't agree more.
It's fine. I guess. Sorry about that.
No,
it's fine.
I hope it opened.
What you're saying is true.
I hope it opened more doors to more different kind of stories.
Absolutely.
No, it has to be done.
No, like even like a part of the story kind of relates to the stuff that we do. Like we started this podcast when we were in uni and we were doing really, really well. All of a sudden, SoundCloud deletes all of our stuff. And there was a similar thing. I think something happened in season 1 where something along the lines where, you guys just get set back after setback after setback. So like watching it resonated with me a certain way, innit? Yeah. So we just thought, you know what, let's pick our trousers back up, start again, keep the ball rolling, and like just to see this happen, because it was a part of our vision board to get hopefully like you guys on this show, and here we are, like to see it come to fruition.
It happens. It's definitely happened.
It's a madness.
Appreciate it, man.
Beautiful.
And it's also like, this show is sick, man. This show is really good, man.
I'm telling you, I think, like I said, it has to be the best thing I've written.
Bro, it's a good show because it's like in our community, it's like, how do you make money? Like without going down the obvious route.
The legit.
And it's like going the legitimate route. How do you actually make money? Like we had this conversation on set. It's just like how do you promote young boys to actually make money?
Yeah.
Like, and it's through this struggle and through grinding and attacking it over and over again.
Entrepreneurial stuff as well. Like like he can relate to that for sure. I'm not gonna speak for you, but
no, like this was. Do you know anything about ACN? Yeah. So I mean, at that time it was hard for me because I was in college, and pretty much me and my brother would just go out pretty much after college and also the weekends, and just go out in people's yards. Yo, you want to join utilities? This and that. Boom, boom, boom. And a lot of people they just didn't want to support it at all. Like they were just like, nah, we're not doing it. And then some people will just be misleading and say, yeah, we'll join. And then next thing you call them up 3 times, they ain't picking up. You call them up in the next hour, not picking up. So that was one thing. And then also like with other things in life as well, you see other people making money in ways that morally you would just not be enticed to. They're making it in a legitimate way. It's just that you can't do it just because it doesn't suit your morals, and you know that they're making money. They're coming home with a Benz. They're coming home with Gucci, Prada, whatever. But you yourself, you can't go to that route. And it's like in your show, like where you go and say, I can't touch my savings. That does resonate with me as well, because it's like you've put money aside for certain things, but you can't go too deep. So it's this show. It definitely has something where it will resonate with a lot of people. People who want to make money, people want to come out of situations where they know they can't be in this poverty mindset for a long time. So I think for you guys coming out, especially on BBC Three, this is a breakthrough, because if you understand, like there was T-Boy, there was like even my brother as well. He did YouTube for a bit, but that got stopped.
What's his name?
My brother's Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He did YouTube for a bit, then he stopped. I'm doing YouTube currently at the moment. But you see T-Boy, you see all these other guys, they're doing this stuff. They did this stuff on YouTube and then they just stopped. They never got to BBC Three. But the fact that you're going on BBC Three, it shows a lot of people that you can still go and do what you need to do and you can still achieve. So that's great. It's superb.
Do you think a lot of people, for example, like the T-Boys, and I know you mentioned Hamza, a lot of the people who did things on YouTube back in the day, do you think them showing that these stories knock down doors to make it like open people's eyes, like, we can tell our stories on bigger platforms, not just put them on YouTube and then go on to places like BBC and ITV, those sort of platforms?
So the question you're asking me is that do I think that what about them? So I can answer the question.
Yeah. So do you think by them putting
out content on YouTube,
on YouTube, knock down doors to make it open people's eyes that there's stories that need to be told?
Yeah. So like the Diary of a Bad Man.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, like because a lot of it was different, because I think that was maybe one of the things where there's like maybe like story, you know, stuff like, you know, Jazzy Show and you know, T-Boy, or A-Dot, those like skits in it. You know, like the parking man, or like that girl that was the pretty girl, and A-Dot was like, she's buff, and he's like, come here, whatever. So stuff like that. And also the first, I think it was, I still miss this, man. Remember the Apprentice thing, the Upshot did?
Oh man,
with A-Dot, yeah.
So look at me like I owe you anything, man.
So man, those were the first things that kind of like, you know, because the thing is, like I said, stories hold you. And for example, that's why Rapman is considered to be like one of the best at it when it comes to like shower story, because you can rap, but it's about the story. people talk about story, you know, and you get drawn to characters. Whereas when you see skits, so when I was doing stuff like, oh, missed the drop, listen, I don't think then the arrest will run off, like, listen, or like stole the car. It's fun. But when I did the hood documentary where it's like, now characters are coming, people are like, yes, there's a world where these people are going to exist. They want to see worlds, right?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the guys who put out content, when it was coming to like, short skit, it feels more like stand-up piece sometimes, you know? So it's like there's no longevity.
Yeah.
And you can watch it now, you laugh, shares go viral, no problem. Watch it, shares go viral. But when you create a world, there's so much more that you can do. So people like Dara Badman and like the trailer Upshot that they did, the Apprentice thing, those kind of things, they're dope. And I do feel like going forward, maybe some people didn't want to make them. Some people didn't. And that's why I'm doing development producer now, because some people didn't know how to meet producers and how they didn't know where to start from.
Yeah.
You know, no one tells you these things in school or whatever. So I do think like stuff like, you know, Hood documentary when it started and creating a world and these characters, you and your friends can talk about LJ, not just RS, or talk about, oh, this is what Rochelle did. That girl's, she's not nice or whatever. It just helps to create a world. So going on BBC, like you're saying, taking it all the way now, sometimes I do think that I can forget, like, not in an arrogant way, but I forget like what was done and what the content was.
Yeah.
When people like, why they love Hood Doc so much, because it's like, it was a world that was created. Sometimes I'm talking to Thea, I'm just like, I'm trying to make this new thing, man. I don't know, like, this is, and she's like, bro, you just made like series back to back. Chill, like, what is your problem? I was like, yo, put me in one of your things, man. I want to act. She's like, do you know what I mean? You can forget that these worlds exist, and not a lot of people have done that. Have come off YouTube and taken it, or like continued all the way to writing a full series where there's stories, and you're getting a recommission, and like the scripts are. They're not bad. They're actually decent. I mean, I was reading it. I mean, they're not bad.
But I think that's important to remember. Like, there's one angle where it's like, yeah, cool, this is where you can go with it, but also never ever take for granted how difficult it is to write well. Like, just because you can do skits on YouTube does not mean you're a writer, and it does not mean that you'll be able to hold a whole series and that you'll be able to write well for multiple characters and that you understand writing. It's a whole other level of
ball game, man.
Thing that you need to understand and you need to delve into. It's not like light work at all. And on top of all of that, once you know how to do that, you're then gonna go through development. So that's a whole other ball game on top of that. And you need to be able to be open to notes and be open to other people's ideas, and also know when to fight when not to fight for when not to fight and when to fight for your ideas. And some people can't write that like that.
And they're too precious.
Yeah. So it's a mixture of things. It's like, yes, this is where you can go, and Kay is an example of that. But also, I feel like I get quite passionate about people who just think that they can do this and it's easy, and just because he's done it, so now I'm gonna do it with my thing and did it. But no, like, you're not that good in it. So sometimes like it's real, and people just think that they want to jump on this creative journey and they want to be here and there because they think they know what it is, and they don't. So definitely
for sure, it's like there's stumbling blocks.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people don't understand that. I think that's probably what stopped a lot of YouTubers back in the day going onto BBC Three, going onto these other platforms, continuously creating. That's one thing. But I think they may just like, they think it's easy and then boom, they have that stumbling block. How did you, the pair of you, I don't know if you're writing.
I'm reading one of his scripts now.
Oh, you're reading it on the way
here. Yeah, he's dope still. I'm going to tell him after.
Send it to me.
These guys. These guys are professional.
He's dope still.
Yeah.
I got some notes for him, but
how did you overcome those stumbling blocks?
You didn't go to uni, did you? You dropped out. What happened to you? What's you? Because your one is interesting, because you're proper like raw from like the dust, innit? Because you didn't.
Ground up, get out the mud.
Because you didn't.
Thanks, I couldn't find that.
Was it like Brunel or something you started? And then you
Roehampton.
And then you stopped.
No, I didn't get into drama school. I was trying to get into drama school, trying to get in, got to last round, blah, 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 didn't get in. So I was like,
and I told you to stop. I didn't know you then. Or were you saw this?
No, you knew me at one point. Yeah, I think you told me.
The last round,
I think, Then afterwards I was like, Then I did a play with the old Vic. So I was getting, so I was getting my the acting itch scratched in that way. Yeah. So then, I thought, then I kind of panicked. I was like, let me go uni. But I didn't want to do drama at uni. So I thought, what else can I do? Let me do creative writing. And I did 1 term and then I dropped out.
And then how did you manage to you just started to write stuff?
And then I just wrote. I don't know. I always had written stories, not in a script sense, but I'd always just written stuff for fun. And I was always good at English at school. And then, I just wrote and I was frustrated. I didn't have an agent at the time, like Kay said. So I just thought, how am I going to create work for myself? And so I just got a group of people together and I wrote this script and it turned out to be good. And then I learned properly. But also, you learn a lot about writing through acting and through dissecting scripts and analysing scripts. So you really, really understand the ebb and flow of a script and what takes to go into it. So that was my training for both sides. I did
uni. After uni, there's one module where I co-wrote a play with a friend of mine called Ross. Then I wrote another short African tale for another module. I was like, this is not bad. But I was always scared to write because I was like, I don't know big words. I was like, people that write are smart, innit? So I'm like, I don't know big words or whatever. I can't do it, whatever. So Terrell, who did who we co-created Hood Doc together. He taught me a lot of stuff about not being on the nose and this and that. So we co-wrote the scripts together. He'd be like, no, don't, you shouldn't put that there. That's a visual thing. You shouldn't even say anything. I'd be like, oh, okay. And I'm writing it. Then when we did the 6-5 minutes for BBC, I'll take an episode, give it to him, then he'll write, I'll start this one, give it to him. Or he might start episode 4, send it to me, I give notes and whatever. So we just co-wrote them together. Right. And then what happened was from that, when the Enterprise came along, even Phil, my producer, was like, all right, cool. It was the first time writing by yourself. Going to find you another. Who do you want to write with? Maybe any names you can put in the house. I like Michaela. Chewing Gum was all right. It was like, okay, cool. And I was like, let me just write the first thing. And I wrote it, and it was like, well, you don't need a co-writer, then whatever, cool. And I was like, so I can actually write. I just need to take my time. B, I think people want to rush and just bust.
Yeah.
I think that's the big problem. People want to rush and be like, it's funny, so I just just do a quick writing thing, whatever. I'm writing a script, bro, come and read it. But no, it takes time. Like what I'm talking about with Trieve, when he sent me something, I said, he sent me a short first, and I was like, we had a long conversation on the phone. Then he rewrote it and then sent it again, and now it's better, and I'm reading it again. So it's not just like, oh, I got this thing. What do you think? Yeah, people your first draft's never your best draft.
No, yeah.
And I think a lot of people fail to understand that, and they feel like it's personal. Your first draft is never and will never be your best draft. Yeah. When I have a first draft and a producer's like, I love it, whatever, or I'm working with a producer, I'm always like, you're not a good producer. Not in a rude way. You have to find, that's your job, find plot holes.
Yeah.
It can't be, or you're not, how are we going to elevate to the next level? If I've written something and you're like, this is amazing.
And those are where the best things come from as well. When someone's like, oh, what about this? And I was thinking this, and do you know what I mean? That your idea is good, even if it's obviously the first draft's not perfect, but you can have a good idea in there. If they go away and then they might phone you the next day and be like, oh, I was thinking about this. And then if they're able to be a soundboard to that idea and more ideas are coming from it, and I feel like that's when you have something that's worth developing.
And I also feel like writing is a lot of it just transcribing. So when we did our thing, what's the story called again? What's Love?
Yeah.
We got a thing on YouTube called What's Love, a short story. How it started, the credit of me is that I'm the writing credit, but we created it together. I just went to go write. We just had a session together, a few sessions, and I went away and I just wrote something. And she was like, oh, I was like, tell me your story, I tell my story, and I'll just write it up. Yeah. But really and truly, we just created it together, and I just wrote it. But a lot of people feel like, oh, it has to come from my head. No, you can act out the scene, improvise the scene, record it via audio.
Yeah, and then
go home and just write it up.
That's how so much of the stuff that I've written is from real conversations that I've remembered or that I've obviously adapted in some way. It's so much easier to write what you know.
And write from here.
Yeah.
You can read all the books. You can study this and that. Okay, put my ellipsis here, this and that. Okay,
that stuff just confuses it though, man.
You can do that, but if it's not from here, Enterprise season 2, they're part of my heart. I scratched the surface. I didn't get too deep on it, but I was like, I need to write. I need to give it. I need to take it there. Yeah. And when you read it, you feel it. You have to write and be like, look, let me not be too precious. Let me be like, you know what? I'm gonna send them just a first draft because I don't want them to steal my idea. Shut up. That thing you hear like, no, I want to send you a script. Don't send it to nobody though. I don't want nobody. Nothing is new. People send me stuff all the time, and I'm just like, because I'm in the industry, and I'm producing. People send me stuff, and I'm just like, yo, I got this idea. I'm just like, someone's already making that. And it's like, you have to tell them the hard thing of it. Like, look, bro, I'm not saying you shouldn't make it, but it exists. But BBC already, like, or Netflix are already making this show. I'm not saying, and you can't tell them don't make that idea, because you don't want to be the one to be held accountable. Being like, bro, look, I went to this production company. I went to Thea, and she said I should make it, and now we're gonna tour the world. So I don't want to be the one to be like, look, Thea, the story I'm telling about this headphone thing is being done already by Will Smith and his people. You can still do it, but a lot of production companies will say the same thing. But I mean, I can ride with you and we can take it around, but and people get personal. They're like, oh, we don't want my idea to work, and it's like,
no, that's not the case.
It's not necessarily that, is it? Yeah.
Okay, what's changed? Like your mindset now, and your approach to scripts and the industry and making your own work. What's changed from now
to back then?
To not just back then, the moment where you found out that you were gonna get a full series, because that transition from the whole Royal Say thing to having a full commission must have been like, that's a big jump, man.
Wow,
were you nervous? Like, no. What's changed? Because me knowing you. In the amount of time that we've known each other, you've grown.
3 years, isn't it? 3 years.
Yeah, I feel like, but you've grown, like the way you've grown creatively is massive. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like what has changed and
first thing that you put on weight, you eat more food when you're writing a series. At home, you start eating their stuff. Don't write from home, guys, if you're listening. Then just go to a cafe. That's the first thing. The second thing, in all fairness, is that So I don't swear my scripts. I don't swear. I don't like nudity or whatever. So it's always been about like, I always thought that would be a struggle, because I'd be like, oh, will it be real, whatever, cool. But I think for me, what has changed is probably just from like it's not about just being funny anymore. Atlanta changed a lot for me as a writer. Atlanta was one of the shows for me where I watched and I was like, maybe I didn't see it. Maybe because maybe Misfits had some of these things as well. That was more like wasn't that a straight out comedy? Was it?
No, it had drama elements.
Yeah, a lot of, even like Fleabag, a lot of these things are like, even when you see the end of Fleabag season 1, I mean, it's quite dark, but a lot of it is like drama comedy now. That's what they're going into. But when I watched Atlanta, I was like, bro, this invisible car stuff and all these, all this crazy stuff. I was watching it, I was saying to myself,
incredible.
Bro, like these men are invisible car, boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's gunshots happening and they're running away. And I'm like, you're laughing 1 minute. Then he's like, oh my gosh, 1 minute. Pepper Boy is depressed 1 minute. Donald is having issues with his baby mama 1 minute, which is real. They don't know what's happening there. He needs to make it the other minute or whatever. So I'm like, so you can tell a comedy, but not in the format of like, maybe because Peep Show is quite silly. Do you know what I mean? And whatever. IT Crowd is quite silly. And I enjoyed those shows.
Yeah.
RS is also quite silly. And I enjoyed that. But I was like, I need to show more emotion. I need to show more emotion. Because I find that those kind of straight out comedies, I don't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
Because like they feel like skits. Like I was saying, they don't stay with you.
You can't go back to it.
You can't, But when it's like, this is a comedy, and like the jail scene in Atlanta, that's the first thing I saw that made me want to watch the show. When it was like, oh, that's my girl over there, man.
Yeah, that's
and then when the guy's like,
oh,
you gay, and he's like, then why is she over here? He's like, then he looks at her and he's like,
and he's stuck in the middle. He can't do anything.
Yeah. So you see that scene. Okay, I'll tell you a secret. Okay, I'll tell you something. No one knows. You don't know this. Abby, you don't know this. The reason why. So that scene when it's like, and you're probably gonna see. You're gonna be like, oh, so watch this. That scene when it's like in the middle, and it's like, hey, stop laughing, man. And then the guy was like, I don't know, whatever. That's why I wrote the scene with Johnny. When it's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's why I wrote that scene.
You have nothing to offer.
I have nothing. It's like I don't know. It's like I don't know what to do. Like in this, like because the guy's just like, yo, what? He's like, look, I don't know what's happening, and like, and it's quiet, and it's like, what'd you say? Like I didn't say anything. I don't know what. So I said I need to put Kazim in a similar situation where he doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't understand what's happening, and you see it when it's just like. Like, I don't know, and that's where I got that scene from.
Because in that scene, like it looks like he's saying everything, but he's not saying nothing. like we all see it visually. Like he's actually saying everything, but he's not saying nothing. Like where he's just sitting there, he's just like, this is a girl, right? But he can't say it to her. But it's just like, I know I'm in an awkward position. I know what's going on.
He's like,
but I can't do anything.
And also, it's like and the same with Kazim. It's like his situation is still getting worse, even though he's not saying anything. He's trying to not be in it, but you're still getting shouted at more.
I don't know. It's just like
you're still getting dragged into it.
Because the guys force him to answer. He doesn't want to answer.
Yeah.
I think it's like, look, I don't like. I don't know. Like
he's like, no, go on.
Like yeah, I just like. It's like then he's like, I genuinely don't know. Like. I don't know. It's like, come on, like, answer the question. Yeah. He's like, okay.
And
like,
he's getting quite scared.
Like,
that's why it's funny. You're actually getting quite scared. I don't know.
Like, is it like we? Like, no, bro, I don't. You're making me, like, you're forcing me to answer, and I don't know. So those things like, so to answer your question, like those kind of serious moments and whatever, I'm just like, you know what? To answer your question, I'm just like, you know what? I need to try and tell more. Like the speech when it's like, I give you Gary, this and that. You remember when it's like, oh, Indomie, like the government don't care about you. People that look like, I'm just like, yeah.
But just very quickly, because it seems like for other creatives out there, it just seems like you've got to a place where you care, but you don't care at the same time. It's a good balance. And I think you've become very, I don't know, you're like, because you're a producer now, it's like you've got a slight detach to it. I think which helps you attack it more because you're less attached, like you're less close to it.
I think you're right in the thing of, I think in season 1, I won't lie, I'll be real. You do think sometimes, like, even in the pilot, I think mainly in the pilot, you're less like, oh, this is my first thing I've done since like RS. I'm gonna maybe try and make it seem not like RS, and you can be quite self-conscious, So at that point, maybe then, but as you go on, like you say, you stop caring. But for me, I just stopped. I didn't love acting anymore.
Yeah.
You weren't enjoying it.
No. I still enjoy it, but loving it and enjoying it, I think they're two different things. Right. I mean, like you said, you enjoy working at that wherever you work, but I mean, it's not your love.
It's not, no.
But I mean, you enjoy it. Yeah, you like challenge yourself, target. It's not your love.
Imagine that's why Chappelle when he like just disappeared
and he came back and it was more free.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe it might not be as funnier, but for me, I just said to myself, this thing that I'm doing, this acting thing, the writing thing, whatever. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's only a job. Don't ever take it personally, what people are saying. Because the people that are commenting about the scene, oh, that's not that funny. They're commenting on your work.
Yeah.
Not commenting on you.
No. Because I'm not in life. Trieve and I will sit down and have serious conversations about faith, about family. We're not banned. Like when we went to Wimpy's, we didn't even laugh much. Or when I come and see Gajic, long time. But when I see Gajic and we sit down, it's like, oh yeah, this and that, the industry. We don't bust jokes all the time. So when they're saying, oh, this is not funny, that scene's not funny, I don't like the show, it's not me they're talking about. It's the work I've given them. It's my job. If you don't feel what I've made for you when you come to the warehouse, don't feel it, no problem. You don't feel what I'm doing, whatever I'm writing for you, wherever I'm working, no problem. It's fine. It's my job. So when you have that detachment, it makes it all much easier. Oh, I didn't get the recommission for the season 3. Oh, why not? People didn't watch it, whatever. Well, on to the next job, innit?
Just feel more free.
Let's go to the next job.
I think that's the key, because going back to what you were saying about Dave Chappelle, like for me, I feel like he's flourishing more now.
100%.
And I think that's because he has that. I think so.
Oh,
the bag has doubled.
He does not.
Yeah, he dictates more. He has more control. That's what I think. That's the thing. I was asking you because you seem like you have more control.
Was it 16 stones?
No,
I wouldn't say it's funny.
His comedy now is more.
His last work, yes, but
Netflix. What do you mean before he left or now?
No, just his last work. For me, it was.
It's funnier than the Chappelle show in San Francisco.
To me.
You're saying it's not funnier?
No, I'm just saying his last work is funny to me.
Oh, but not funnier.
His other pieces in Netflix is not that great.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
But it's, if you're listening to what he's saying though, it's very.
His other work is definitely funnier than this one.
Yes,
but he's given more of a message in what he's saying now.
Yeah, it's less about the comedy.
There's more of a message, which is what I like, because it's got a balance. And that's what comedy should be as well.
So I think comedy should say something. Like, it's an opportunity to look at the world from a different perspective,
100%.
but actually say something. Like,
actually no, sorry, I don't agree with you. But yeah, continue.
Why not?
Because I don't think it should. I don't think it always should. I don't think
it always should. But I don't think
it's a good opportunity.
It's a good opportunity, but I don't think people should feel obliged to have to.
No, you shouldn't.
No. Sorry, no. That's just the comedy I like.
I know, and I'm just saying that because I agree with what you're saying, but I just like actually. If I thought like that with RS wouldn't be what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and Trey wasn't be like, we're going to try and... The only thing we're saying is we're just showing that, look, the end is nothing really happens in this hood. But if I was just like, let's try and always say something, it wouldn't be what it was. So I don't think it always has to be like saying something. It can just be a skit, can just be a joke and make us laugh.
That's not natural. But I think when there's an opportunity for comedy to say something or shed light on it, I think it's important that we take advantage of that.
It can do so successfully, like because comedy jokes are sometimes easier for people to hear, and making people laugh through serious topics is always like how people cope with things.
For sure.
So I think it's a good opportunity too.
But it's not,
it doesn't. You don't have to.
No,
No, of course. It's just what you want to make, innit?
Same with dramas, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So what can we expect from season 2? I'm not trying without giving it away.
I was going to have a publicist. And I was like, you know, since
what can I say?
Since I have a publicist now, a BBC gave me a publicist now. Not me, this show. Now I know the feeling. You know, like when you watch shows and they're always looking at the publicist like, they're like, yeah. Now I get it.
Especially when it's so close. And you don't want to tell people how they're going to feel. You just want to...
You want them to just feel
You're
it natural.
You're gonna laugh.
Be natural, innit?
I never understood that. And it was like, promises to, and they was like, no. Or they were like, I never got it. But
and
now
you
I'm
can
just
hear
like,
them in the background.
it's like, yeah. What can I say? Okay, then.
Emotional roller coaster, man.
Emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
heart.
A lot of
That's the word. What word, if you could give a word to describe season 2, what would you give it? You as well. What would you give it?
Yeah.
One word.
I don't know, man. Soul?
Yeah. Soul.
Soul.
Go on.
Soul's a good one, you know.
Oh, yeah. What are you thinking?
Depth.
Abby.
Something like journey.
Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growth. Yeah.
Growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're ready for this, and it comes out this Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. Abby said, not she. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Sure.
Ross.
Wait, if we're releasing it on Monday, shouldn't you just come out yesterday, innit?
What do you mean?
Man's just effed up the timeline. The timeline's doing the madness.
Timeline right now is doing madness.
But it's cool.
No,
Yeah,
worries.
it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out 8th of March.
8th of March. Abby said 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
If you're
Wow.
Yeah.
6 a.m. if you're up.
We can watch series 1 now.
Yeah.
Watch series 1,
Is
man.
that 6
Yeah,
a.m.
watch it.
Sunday?
6 a.m. Sunday, yeah.
So you can watch it before you go to church
Soon,
then?
you know.
I'll watch it before I go to church.
Love
But you
that.
watch it
I will watch
before
it.
you get home.
I've only seen.
I've seen it already.
I haven't even.
I mean,
You're not gonna watch it?
I want to put it out if I go to church, and then because I can't be messaging in church. I got something.
Yeah. How many times have you seen it?
Or from beginning
In
to
its
end. I
entirety.
haven't seen a lot from beginning to end. I just watch episodes and stuff like that,
Yeah, okay.
or certain segments. How many times?
You haven't seen
a
it?
few times. You haven't seen it?
She's going to enjoy
Do
herself.
you want to? You don't want to see it though. You want to see it on Sunday?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Premiere.
Premiere and that.
Thank you guys for supporting us.
Nah,
Thank you guys
it's
for having
our
us.
pleasure.
We
Love.
appreciate you guys.
Love
for
that.
real, man,
Thank you for
honestly.
coming through as well. It's great. Like,
Great chat.
No,
Of
respect.
course.
You guys
Appreciate
are
it.
doing your
Appreciate
thing.
it.
Thank you very much. And even if you guys want to come on and just reason with us, just talk about anything, regardless of if it's Enterprise or not.
Yeah, man.
The platform's
Always
open
down.
for you guys. You know what
Nice,
I'm saying?
man. Respect.
But yeah, where can they find you guys? Even though they probably know where to find you, lot.
You'd be surprised. Go on. K Ewumi 6 on Instagram
Yeah.
and K Ewumi on Twitter and Kayode Ewumi on Facebook.
Tinder?
On your Facebook out like
I
that.
don't have Tinder.
Don't have Tinder.
Mine's Trieve, TRIEVE_BC on Instagram and Twitter.
Mine's Thea Gajic, GAJIC. Is how you spell Gajic. On Instagram and Twitter.
Lovely. What about you guys? Might as well plug ourselves, isn't it?
6th of Feb on Instagram, 2 Dems on Twitter.
Nice.
Cool. Cole Sanusi on everything, basically.
Eman G45 on everything. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram.
Tinder.
I don't have Tinder, man. I don't have time for that. So that's why
Yeah, that.
But I do need to get out more, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Love that.
All right, cool.
All right, boom.
Peace and love.
Cool.
Thank you.
Until next time,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Thank you.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, let's take.
Oh my days.